exactly. In the Morelos Mountains, campesinos are planting their fields, where the ghost of Zapata rides a horse that can still outrun the wheel. High in the sky above and clear out of sight is the free Mexican Air Force flying tonight. Well, there in Kentucky, a cowgirl is cooling her heels, remembering that God gave us herbs and the fruits of the field. But a criminal law that makes outlaws of those seeking light make the free Mexican Air Force Mescalito riding his white horse. The free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight, flying so high. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How strange an innocent herb causes money to burn. They'll jail you or kill you for making those rich fat cats squirm. But nothing can stop us, my vision is clearly in sight. And the free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight. While we smoking colitas, federales are loading their guns, blowing smoke from their six-shooters, spinning their barrels for fun. Contrabandistas, banditos of light, we're the free Mexican Air Force and we're flying tonight. And high in the hills we are harvesting sweet sensimilla. The law wants it all 'cause they think that while we can free us, freedom for us is a prison for the rulers of mind. That's why the free Mexican Air Force, Mescalito riding his white horse. The free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight. Everybody flying so high. Yeah, yeah. Flying tonight.
Shout out Bruce Gas, aka Toker too. You know I had to drop a track for my boy.
Hey, Blake, where you at?
Ha, yeah, Kevin and your rapping boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting them fights on the table. Calling that Boston since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. I'm the people's champion like Muhammad Ali. Shout out Bruce Gas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke a hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toker too. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the peak of little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out man, Chad, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the panel. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sandwich. Bruce passed me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this a fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed. Yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
Good afternoon. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. I'm here by myself. Bro, I was talking to Bobby this afternoon, man. You know, we did a test run on StreamYard, and I said I'll give you a call 5 minutes before 7. You know, 4 o'clock your time on the West Coast. And I've been calling him about 5 times, and good Lord, try it one more time, man, because this is the perils of live TV, I guess. You know, live YouTube, right? Just ringy dingy. I don't know if you can hear that. But I'm hoping, man. Come on, Bobby. Come on, baby.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Bob Quarry
Is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Bob. Bruce Gas over here, my brother. Give me a call, man. We're on live without you doing your show. Peace. Damn, Mad Chad, my brother. Let me turn this music down here, man. Irish Mad Chad, what's happening, bro?
Well, you know what I mean? Just God, have a Quarry on here, right? I mean, come on, man. What a fighting family there, and he was the youngest of the three. You know, I mean, come on. I mean, and both his older brothers, world-class fighters there, and you know, both of them, the way that they passed away. So, you know, I think in their 50s, early 50s. You know, but you know, the just. That's what they love to do, you know. That's why I was really looking forward to this show, because you're talking about someone that lived boxing. You know what I mean? From a really early age. That's probably all we knew, you know.
And you know, he was 20 years younger than Jerry and 10 years younger than Mike. So it must have been crazy growing up in that family.
Oh.
I want to ask him so many questions, and I was going to ask him these questions when I spoke to him. I've spoken to him like three times in the last couple of days. And I spoke to him this afternoon. We did a test on StreamYard, make sure it was going to go smooth, make sure he had the connections right. And look, I'm over here with egg in my face, man.
No, nothing. You know how it goes, Bruce. That's just the way it goes. That's just nothing. It's just, you know, most likely he'll be in. If not, things happen. You know, it's tough, especially if you're a Quarry.
The luck of the draw. Oh, especially if you're a Quarry. You know that, man. But yeah, bro. I mean, just kind of it just you know, man. It lets the wind out of the sails, and I know how it goes, because I've been doing this for a little bit, and
yeah.
It happens, man.
I hear a little echo, Bruce. I hear a little echo from you right when I'm talking. Little echo coming from you.
I can get rid of that echo. I'll get rid of the music in the background.
You know, it just happens. There it is. I like the echo.
No. We don't want that echo.
In this corner with a record of 42 wins.
How's it now? How's it now? Echo's gone, right?
I think we're echo free.
Yeah. And you know, I can't put the music on in the background because we don't hear it. Because right now, you don't. Like if I turn this music on, you won't hear that, will you?
Yeah, I can hear it a little bit. I can hear it.
You can hear it a little in the background
Yeah.
with no echo.
No echo.
Yeah, see YouTube, man. I mean, StreamYard, they're doing things every day. They're freaking us out. Echo free. Thanks, Mick Smith. Mick Smith out there. Yeah, let me shout out who came in here. We'll give Bobby another call in a bit, man.
Well, let him be. You called him already. Don't bother him again. My God, he'll be like, really? That's that fucking Bruce again. I mean, you already called him. Leave the Irishman alone.
I've already called him 5 times, man. You know, I just figured. But I only left 2 messages.
Right? Yeah, I'd let it rest by now. Jesus, I wouldn't. Yeah, because you never know. You know, I mean, and Bruce, like I remember, like it was Irish Quarry. You know, well, were they? No, he was from California, right? They were like Irish descendants, like, you know, kind of like that's why I threw my father up there. You know what I mean? I thought he'd be on, be like, look at my dad by the Irish heritage, because he was proud of his, you know, family being from Ireland. You know.
Yeah, definitely Irish Jerry Quarry, the Bellflower Bomber, Bellflower, California. You know, they were definitely Irish descent, 100%. I mean, wore the shamrocks in the ring and everything else, man.
Yeah.
Let me shout out who's in here before we get carried away. We got a hell of a crowd in here, man. I know they're expecting the legendary Last of the Mohicans, Bobby Quarry, but we're crossing our fingers. We're hoping he comes in, man. You know, I talked to him a few times this week, and he was psyched to come in. He was as excited as I was. I could hear a little bit of a jolt in his voice. So we'll kick back, bro. We'll see what happens. Hey, Joe, bro, my man Joe, first guy in here. He was in here at 2:28 p.m. That's how cool Joe is, man. He's been hanging around here for shit, man. 7 hours, 8 hours. Shout out to Joe. My brother Carl Hunter. Carl Hunter Hansen out there, man. Salute to you. Salute to you, my bra. I've been seeing you all over the place today. Must be a day off. Carlos Mendoza. Salute, brah. Impala. Let's put these up here, man. Put Joe up there. Put the Croc up there. Put Carlos Mendoza. Impala. Salute to you, my brother. Hoppy on LD, man. Thanks for coming by, bro. Knife man. Thank you for finding our channel, man. I hope you're enjoying yourself here, bro. Sheed we here. Salute, man. Peace, man. Thanks for coming by. Mick Smith. Shout out to you, bro. MP, what the fuck? Salute to you, my man. The Skywalker in all his glory. Salute, my brother. Tony Boswell. Salute. Joe's back in again, man. Shout out to Joe, man. The Skywalker, Tony Boswell, my brother. Tony B. Much respect to you, man. Pidge. Salute to Pidge and Mike Tyson. Dick Justice on his tail. Salute my brother, Dick Justice. R. Jack Welt. Salute to you, Mr. Welt. Shout out, my brother. Thank you for coming by.
Got the whole army in tonight.
We got my brother Derek Clark in here, bro.
I can't see the chat myself. I'm on my phone. Shout out to everybody though, Bruce, right?
Yeah,
shout out.
We want to get them all. We got Mr. P in here. We got Mr. P and we got Pigeon Mike Tyson. I don't know if that's a case of split personality or what, bro, but we love it. My man Trick Nolte. Salute Trick Nolte.
There's a man. There's Trick Nolte.
And right behind my brother Trick. Right behind my brother Trick.
No, there's George. There's Big George. There's 5 minutes with George.
George isn't even going to give us 5 minutes of his time unless we get Bobby Quarry up here, you know?
Right. He's sitting back. He ain't driving in his car. He's like, he's waiting for fucking Quarry to get here. I don't want to talk to these 2 fucking New Englanders.
Really, man?
New York people they don't like New Englanders. They really don't. New York people, they just hold something against New England, really.
We're good enough to dig their clams, but that's about it, man.
That's about it.
Mrs. Skywalker, thank you for coming by.
Mrs. Skywalker.
Just do, my brother. Salute to you, bro.
Shout out to Just Do.
Oscar.
Oscar Prince. Shout out to Nico Ali Walsh. Shout out to Nico.
Oscar always makes me laugh, man. I don't even think he
Oh,
tries.
he's a funny bastard. Oscar's a funny fucker.
I don't even think he tries. Teach. I see Teach everywhere. Teach is my brother. Salute, man. Salute. George said
I'm a Jersey guy. Same thing. Throw a rock and hit it.
Same thing, man. Connecticut, New Jersey, New York. When I went to Roger Williams University, it was called Roger Williams College back in the day. We used to fuck them up when they were from New Jersey, New York, or Connecticut.
Bruce, like he was saying, though, man, that the stories that, you know, that Bobby could have here, you know, just being that age gap from the two older brothers, you know, and at that time, my God, they were rock stars, so to speak, you know, and the story, one of the most tragic stories in boxing, really, with both his brothers, I believe, you know, both passed away from, you know,
dementia, for sure, man. You know, pugilistic dementia. That's what they were calling it at the time. CTE, better known as today.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think a lot of boxers look at that story, Bruce, of today, boxers today. And I think possibly, you know, we go, why ain't it like that? They go, really? Do we want to be like that? I
think you're 100% right.
It's such a violent sport. Like us, you know, we just think they're Yu-Gi-Oh cards or, you know, just fake action figures, like, you know, army, like playing war or something with a G.I. Joe figure. These are real human beings that have kids, families, and when you go 12 rounds with somebody that's an elite athlete, they're the best athletes in the world, and they're trying to kill each other, and they hit really, really fucking hard. And then you go through that, you keep going through it. Your body will never be the same, you know. And a lot of them are so undervalued, and I think a lot of them. The reality is, hey, I can live comfortably off $1 million, but you know,
and not get into a car crash every month.
Oh, Bruce, right? That's what it is. Getting hit with a baseball bat, get little billy club, bap in the liver. Wow, I've been pissing blood for 10 days. Wow, that was worth $30,000.
OG tape.
My hospital bills.
OG.
My hospital bills are more than my purse.
No, it's what can we say about it? We're sick. We love it, man. You know, we shouldn't be watching it. It's the American Medical Association said any civilized government that condones boxing.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't outlawed it. You know, like, you know, maybe years and years, if we do eventually evolve into, you know, a peace-loving, harmonious human race, we'll look back at boxing saying, do you believe they used to sit ringside and watch two human beings go in there and try to pound each other's brains in? you know, maybe. But it's just bizarre, Bruce, because like you say, it's like it's a train wreck, it's a car crash. You know, violent. When we go, what a fight! When it's buzzing, wow, he's a killer. What a fight! Yeah, what a fight! How do you think those fighters are feeling? Yeah, they won and all, but we see the effects of what these fighters go through, and like I say, the story, it's tear jerking when you the Quarry story. It really is, you know, and it's a tear jerking story. But again, though, it's something I believe that they really love to do. You know what I mean? I think they really enjoyed the thrill of it. I think it was in their blood. They were tough. They wanted to do it. No one forced them to do it.
No.
Like I think.
Well,
boxing.
This is the thing about the Quarries.
And
I want to know if they were forced into it. You know, did Bobby want to be a fighter after he saw what happened to his brothers? He's the one who took care of Jerry until Jerry's dying days. You know, these are the things I didn't ask him on the phone because I wanted to be, you know, I wanted to ask him as questions, not as rehearsed fucking schmuck.
Yeah, just on the fly. Yeah.
Mm. And you know, it's like some of the poor management that he had when he was a heavyweight. 'Cause, I
Oh,
mean, you know, he was.
oh,
I mean,
taken advantage of so bad. These it is so bad, Bruce. Like the purses that they were getting paid. His brothers. Now his brother Mike. You don't hear much about Mike or even Bobby because it was basically Jerry. He was the one that was really the star. But Mike was right there.
Yeah, no. When I was watching boxing in the early '70s, Mike was a top light heavyweight contender.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he fought. Well, actually, his biggest fight was his loss. He fought a dude named Bob Foster. He was a killer.
Oh, killer! Bob Foster, killer.
Killer,
Was he
man.
an Olympian?
No, he was a world. He was a. I don't know if he was an Olympian or not, but I know he was. He was from Texas. He was a sheriff down in Texas, and he had a left hook it was legendary. I mean, it was.
Brutal. Yeah,
Yeah,
Bob Foster.
he was going right through the light heavyweight division. Dick Tiger, all the elite names like that. Bob Foster was taken care of. Jorge Amonda. I really I don't have the names on my head now, but dude,
But
he fought Mike
he was
Quarry.
the man.
And he fought him on the undercard of Jerry Quarry and Muhammad Ali. And Mike Quarry was fighting Bob Foster. And Bob Foster knocked him out so cold. I mean, it was stretching material where they didn't even know if he was going to live. It was that brutal a knockout. It was so.
Bruce, I remember watching that highlight of that knockout. Absolutely vicious. And this was a fighter that had how many fights, Bruce? Close to 70, I think.
I'm gonna go with you on that. They were all over 50 back in that day. Not Mike Quarry. Mike Quarry didn't have that many fights. He probably had 50 fights himself.
I thought 60 at least. I could be wrong.
I could be wrong too because
But it's just crazy though, the amount of punishment, like
punishment,
and then it's crazy.
Crazy.
And he wasn't. I mean, the Quarries weren't fleet-footed, on the back foot. Very good boxers, but they weren't known so much for their elusiveness.
No. Definitely not.
They kind of had that Irish. The Irish style is pretty much the Mexican style, where you just phone booth it out. A Mickey Ward, Quarry, Jerry Cooney.
And but they had some decent talent too. Let me answer Nice Man up there. I forgot to even answer you, bro. Jerry is in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. He was elected posthumously in there, and Bob was the guy who accepted the award. He was the guy who said the speech. I don't know if Jerry made it there, if he died afterwards, but he's in the Hall of Fame.
Wow, that's
So
nice.
it's nice, man. And man, I'll tell you, man. I spoke to him last night. In fact, I was on Dick Justice's show, and we called him up on the show just to make sure. Dick will vouch for that. I mean, it's on his.
No,
YouTube.
yeah, you don't need no voucher, Bruce. One thing about Bruce Gas, you don't need no fucking voucher. What you say is gold. If you know.
Well, I know. I'm just Mad Chad. You know how it is, man. We're all psyched to have a celebrity on board with us over here. Like we try to do it every week, and it doesn't happen every week. But hey, man, I wanted to speak with Bobby Quarry. When Trick Nolte mentioned his name, I'm like right away. I said, man, that's
right.
That's who we grew up with. I mean,
Last of the fighting Quarries.
The last of the Mohegans for sure. Alan, so amazing, man. Thank you for coming by. PBC or cancer. Well, we're not going to get into that shit over here, man, because it is what it is. But
it is what it is.
Boxing. That's the business of boxing. Everybody's got their own opinions about everything, man. I don't know how this fucking the organizations are going to straighten out boxing today. They can't even straighten out themselves.
Right. Right. Hey, this Eubanks Ben fight's going to be fun. I am looking forward to it, and that is a huge fight over in England with the whole history of it, and where you just have, and it looks like it could be a competitive fight. I myself favor Eubanks. I just don't think Ben's been in there with anywhere as near the talent of a Eubanks, and I think Eubanks is a bigger man. And
the size, the size.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically middleweight fighting a welterweight, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
and it's a
but,
big middleweight. I mean, what's Eubanks fights at? 160. I don't know. He's big. He's much bigger than Conor Ben. And I think just level. I think there's level to it. I can be wrong because a lot of people are picking Ben.
I think it's going to be an interesting fight. And the thing is, man, it's so big in the United Kingdom. It's huge over there. You know, like I said, man, you know, I say this facetiously, but I think that fight over there is as big as fucking Bud and fucking Errol because it's doable. I mean, I think people are so sick and tired of talking about Bud and Errol. I know I am, man. You know, the brain.
I can't even talk about it no more. I'm done with it. I'm so over that. Just the thought of it. It was like, you know, chalk on a chalkboard back in the day, but now it's getting to the point of really
Torturous.
And like I say, you just got to go with what's happening. And I mean, that's just an interesting fight. Like I don't think there's no belts on the line or nothing. But Ben and Eubanks is I think not only a big fight over there, Bruce, but I think it's a pretty big fight over here. I think, you know, most of the boxing heads are really paying attention to this. Like I say, with the whole history of the dads, you know, it'd be like Chavez Jr. fighting, you know, Oscar De La Hoya's kid or something, you know?
Yeah.
If they were both at that level. And it's good for the sport. It's good for the sport.
Definitely. Hey, I got this real quick thing on with Bobby Quarry in here, man. Let me see if I can share this. This is just so fast, but this was one of the fights because there weren't many fights I could find on there, but I found this one. Check this shit out, man. This was
Yeah, he got him with a good right. He kind of walked right into it there.
Well, I think we got some people in the back here, man. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on here, man. There he comes. You know, he knows we need. We got to semi
save this fucking ship.
Boy, I heard you guys. I heard you. And there's a difference between New York and Jersey. There's a big difference. There's a big no. Hey guys.
Hey George.
What's going on, George?
At least we got a semi-celebrity in here, man, Chad.
Yeah.
Hey,
absolutely.
Have you guys ever read There's a book called Hard Luck. No, it's about Jerry Quarry.
No, I have not, George.
Yeah, it's a really good book, The Triumph and Tragedy of Irish Jerry Quarry. It's a really, really good book. I got this a few years ago, but
and you dug it out because you knew it was going to be useful tonight, man. And
well, I did. I had this out, and George Foreman did the foreword, and the first line in his foreword, he says, "In my opinion, Jerry Quarry was the best heavyweight fighter never to have won a championship belt." And that's a guy who fought Quarry twice, George Foreman. So
no, George never fought Quarry. George.
Oh no, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about
He ducked him.
You're right. Because he actually says, when I became heavyweight champion of the world, I dodged him purposely.
Yeah.
I knew that if he fought the right fight against me, employed the right tactics, he could have given me trouble. But neither of us dodged each other outside the ring.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you exactly what happened there, man. Don King had Ernie Shavers. Ernie Shavers was something like fucking 50-2, 49 knockouts. A real crazy record, man. And they dug Jerry Cooney up. They said, Jerry, okay, man. Okay, Jerry, I'm going to give you you can have another fight, man.
Jerry Cooney.
Jerry Quarry. I'm sorry. I mixed up the two. Sorry to both of you, bro. But anyway, man, Quarry comes in the ring. He knocks out Ernie Shavers in one round. Don King went fucking nuts. Don King tore Ernie Shavers' contract up. He had a temper tantrum. and fucking George Foreman watched that, and George Foreman stayed clear. George Foreman was supposed to fight Shavers. Shavers got wasted by Quarry, and George wants nothing to do with Quarry, and he'll admit it to this day.
I mean, you know, it's in the book. You're right. That's what you said is exactly what George Foreman said.
I gotta read that book, man. I'm gonna sue him for taking thoughts out of my head on that one, man.
Taking thoughts out of your fucking head.
So you spoke to him earlier in the day. I heard you say you did
spoke to him a bunch of times.
Did a StreamYard?
Had it already? Yeah.
Well, you know, who knows what's happening in the car?
Exactly, man. You know exactly.
Most likely fighting. He's probably in a fight.
God, hopefully those days are behind him. Who knows? He maybe every night he's in a fight.
He told me he has a son who's actively boxing today. He's training with Freddie Roach at the Wild Card Gym.
Wow.
Yeah, it's in their DNA. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if they were forced into it. I think it was just something they really love to do. I think some people just find that passion, and even if it has bad end results, I think they did what they love to do. I think, you know, and it's still going on. His son's fighting. He's allowing his son to fight. Like, you know, if it was that, you know, it'd be some hot. I'd be like, son, you're not fucking boxing. I don't care if you become a transvestite or a girl, but that's one thing you're not doing is fucking boxing. My brothers are fucking dead from it. You know what I mean? It's like that would be something that would be really hard because that family got hit hard. There's a book right there. And you're saying Bobby's son is in the wild card with Freddie Roach fucking traded?
Yeah.
It's in their DNA. It's like that.
Bro, he started telling me this the other night, and I said, "Whoa, let's save this for the show. This is too good."
Yeah, the Billy Collins kid, like that with the gloves. That family, they went to the house. They couldn't let him in because they had fighting dogs out back, like Michael Vick. This Billy Collins, they were killers. They weren't going to stop that fight. That was his dad in the corner. He didn't find his kid was getting demolished, and he didn't. Yeah, go out there and get him. So, they're a whole different way of. These fighters are just different. And especially if it's in their DNA, like this Quarries, they're just fighters. They're fighters, and God bless them because they put on some of the greatest entertainment moments of my life.
Well, the good thing is, Bobby. I'm sure Bobby's gonna. You know, I guess he got busy tonight, but he'll come on. You know, you've developed a friendship with him, so I'm sure he'll come on at some point.
I'm sure it'll happen too, man. We don't have any kind of show plan. We're just gonna sit up here and talk a little bit. You know, we can have 5 minutes with George, one round with George. We can bring a couple of those up, George. But man, it is what it is. But man, you know, we can we look at Jerry and we look at Mike Quarry and how they prematurely died, and you know, and Chad was just mentioning that we want the fighters to do that today. We want these fighters to get in these wars several times a year. We want to see the best fight the best. But they look at the Quarries. You know, they look at Witherspoon, and you know, they look at all these fighters now. Freaking last time I looked, bro, I was reading Bruce Seldon is homeless in New Jersey.
Yeah.
You know?
There's more stories like that. You know, that's why the last show I did, the last 5-minute show, Kermit Cintron, the former welterweight champ, he had a Twitter post. He's in college. He went back to college and he's getting his degree. So it's nice to hear that not every fighter has a sad story. You know, he's a former champ.
Right, you're right.
He's in school and he's still living his life. And
it's like, you know, when they talk about you know, all these union possibilities for these fighters, you know, to help them through medicals and all this, there ought to be honestly some sort of educational classes that they can take to get a degree, something outside of boxing. They should be offered a scholarship to a trade school. That should at least, when you become a pro boxer and after your first pro fight, you get to go to fucking a trade school for free. Like, we're just, because you're a boxer. You prove that you're a boxer. You know, I just think, because a lot of them know nothing else but boxing. They don't know nothing. And they're getting screwed by shysters the whole way. The promoters all have diamond rings and fancy cars, and they take jets. I mean, these fighters take the bus to the fucking training sessions. You know what I mean? It needs to be leveled out somewheres, and I think that's what we're kind of seeing with boxers these days. It's just like yesterday's gone. The days of the car crash every other day. You know, the weeks you'd see fighters fight every other week. I mean, just to get paid.
Yeah,
because they weren't getting paid because they were getting ripped off. It was like a rip off.
No, you're
Shout out
right.
to Slugger Sam out there. Salute my bro.
Yeah, shout out to the Quarries. Honestly, Bruce, that's a sad story. George has got a book right there about talking about being top of the world, cover of sports magazines. You know what I mean? On TV all the time, and then no one loves you when you're down and out. And you know, the stories of their endings is just tragic. You know?
Oh no, bro. Jerry Quarry was the equivalent of he'd be on Dancing with the Stars today.
Oh yeah.
You know what? You know all these celebrity shows. You know, celebrity date, whatever it may be. You know, he was that big. He was on I Dream of Jeannie, and he was on like the Match Game. You know, all this big celebrity stuff. And I'm sure that if Bobby was here, we'd get some family stories about that, because it must have been really strange for him at 10 years old. He was 10 and Jerry was 30, so that was that must have been an experience growing up with some in that family. All those stories, and hey, we'll have them, and we can come back and get them, man.
Yeah,
that's the
and that
beauty of
happens.
the show.
George knows this happens with fighters or any entertainer or anybody. Things just come up. This is
Slugger
it
Sam,
is what it is.
Quit spamming. We'll leave you to the mercy of the wrenches out there.
Well, Iceman, John Scully, you guys know the trainer, Iceman Scully.
Yes, yes.
If you follow him on social media, he raises money to help fighters. Guys that we know like Wilfred Benitez and Gerald McClellan.
All the time he's doing it.
Yep, always, because there's just so many like big names too of former fighters who he's raising money so they could pay the heating bill or get to, they're being inducted into a Hall of Fame, but they can't afford the plane fare
to get there. Yeah,
it's there's so many of those stories. There's more sad stories than happy ones, but that's why when I see a happy story, I mean, I think it's a
long before Al Heyman.
Yeah.
Well, someone's got some music cranking. Someone came in with some loud bass, like I was at a AC/DC concert there for a second.
That's DJ Bruce.
Yeah, Paul McCartney on bass.
No, I didn't think there was bass playing in there. I have that kind of as low as it can be. Yeah, that's about
that Studio 54 sound system.
Hey, Bruce, were you ever at Studio 54?
Nah. I had friends of mine that went there, but I never personally went there. Back 77, 78. I just didn't want to go, bro.
He was following the dead at that time, George.
They were going to Plato's Retreat, man. Studio 54. All those weird places in Boston, man. This was before AIDS, so anything went back then.
Right.
As soon as that happened, all those places shut down, and it was a whole different era. But man, nah, I didn't go, George. I should have. Put one up now. I'll be the first one in there.
I think there's a stat that any boxer that walked through that door lost their next fight.
Oh, is that right? I
there was like many boxers that had fights there. They said if they went there, they lost. I just heard that back in the day. And I believe it. I believe it. And I believe a lot of fighters would pay for their opponent to go there. Like they would get paid. Like someone would tell them, you go there, you're going to be taken care of. You go to the strip club, whatever. Like,
oh yeah, of course. Why not? I heard you guys talking about the Ben McClellan. I'm sorry, the Ben Eubanks fight.
Yeah.
There's a because I agree with you, Mad Chad. Like Eubanks is a big dude, but I think there's a weight restriction. I think it's like 157 So he's got to lose a little weight. In fact, Eubank's dad is protesting the fight because he's saying because they're making my son lose this weight and it's dangerous, and that's when brain injuries can happen. And he's very much, I don't know if that's the only reason why, but he's very much against the fight that his own son is in. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah, that is a weird thing. I think though it's psychological warfare could be playing.
Maybe.
Fight's gonna happen, and we know about the brain injury with that whole history of the Benz. I think the U-Bags could be playing some chess. I think it's going to be a one-sided fight. I think Conor Ben's absolutely going to get annihilated, but that's just my take. Unless
I don't
he's
know
way
why Ben's doing it.
dehydrated.
Ben's a welterweight. I don't know. I'm shocked that. Why would he do this? Unless he's getting an insane amount of money over there in England for this.
Insane! It's got to be a huge amount. This is huge over there.
But it could ruin him, like you said. A lot of people think he's going to lose, and he's.
I think he can't lose. If he loses, he lost to the bigger guy.
Yeah.
Like I think it's a win-win for him. His bank account's going to definitely get telephone numbers. You know what I mean? And if he loses, I lost to a bigger guy. If I win, look at me now.
Just seems like a weird fight to take. Usually, guys coming up. Well, and you know what? Good for him, though. Because usually they don't take fights like that. Right. And he's taking a chance, so good for him.
I think it's a business fight, man, because they can see it all British fight.
Right.
Sold out, million pay-per-views. It's from a business standpoint. It's the way boxing is run today. Yeah. You know, the fans weren't screaming for it, not over here anyway.
No.
But now we're going to take it, and we're going to ask for more.
I mean, that's the biggest fight this weekend, right? This is a pretty slow week. I know the following week, everything happens on October 15th. Like, everybody's fighting on October 15th.
Me and Bruce might fight.
That should be the headliner.
What, a 30-minute fighting with a 3-minute rest period.
Hey, I'd pay to see it.
No, I would never fight Bruce. I would never.
But the 15th, one is fighting. The 15th is crazy.
All day, Australia, England, fighting all over the world.
It's kind of cool. Like maybe if they space it out, but I don't know what. The only
I think they got it because they're all in different parts of the world.
The Wilder fight, is that the only pay-per-view?
We don't know. Me and Bruce don't know about pay-per-views.
Well, I don't either.
Yes, we do.
But so ESPN has got the Haney fight. Haney Kambosos. I'm sure that's on ESPN. And then is it DAZN? I don't know who's doing the female fights. And then it's a Fox paper or a Showtime pay-per-view, the Wilder Helenius.
Let me run in here, man. Yeah.
Where's David Diamante gonna be? Where's he gonna bring his hair?
We have Sebastian Fundora on.
Fundora, the basketball player's fighting.
God,
this weekend.
He's tall, huh?
He's a tall fucker.
Hey, Trick. Kermit Cintron just got in touch with Trick Nolte, George. He told me to tell you.
Oh man, that's
Kermit. Shout out to Kermit.
Yeah, I mean, I literally just had him. Well, his story in my show because he's in school, man. He's
awesome.
Yeah, good for him.
He says been crazy busy. Hope all is well, man. Haven't been answering the phone, but I'm getting a scoop on the landline over here, and I'm getting.
Look at that, Bruce Gas getting daily updates,
minute
by minute updates.
I love it, bro. I love
it.
They
call him the World Wide Web.
I'll tell you, there's going to be a fight on YouTube. It's going to be Bruce Gas and Bobby Quarry, the comeback. I'm going to say you stood me up.
So you're right. So Sebastian Fundora and Carlos Ocampo are fighting on Showtime this Saturday at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And DAZN's got the Conor Ben Eubank fight. Oh,
who's promoting Fundora? This is the first I heard about it. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, wow.
I don't know if he's signed to Heyman. I know all his fights have been on Showtime, but that doesn't mean he's signed with
whoever's promoting him
PBC.
ain't doing a good job because he's definitely an eye catcher, and it seems like he would be getting some sort of press here.
Well, October 15th, ESPN has got Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall, that card. Then Fox Sports pay-per-views got the Wilder fight, and ESPN has the Haney Kambosos fight. I just don't know. I would imagine the fights from England would probably be first.
Oh, well,
with the time
if they
difference.
go by the timeline, yeah.
Yeah. But the one in Australia, that's the thing. I don't know what time.
Oh yeah, it says it on mine over here. Let's see.
They're a day ahead of us in Australia.
Yeah, exactly.
Too. They're a fucking.
I mean, that's a fight I don't
It says
think anyone wants to
it's taking
see.
place October 16th in Australia.
In
It
Australia,
will be on ESPN October 15th.
Yeah.
So that will be on Saturday night. That's going to be head to head with Wilder and Helenius.
I mean, me personally, I don't need. I mean, Haney Kambosos, I don't think it's going to be any different. I really don't. I think it might be worse for Kambosos this time around.
Well, we got that huge women's card on that day too. So a lot of people are really, man. I find it kind of hard to fathom, but I'm having real boxing fans telling me, "Oh, I'm gonna go watch Clarissa Shields, man." I'm like, come on, say that again. I don't think that's sunk in here, man. But
it will. It'll sink in because look. Remember how the crowd was for the Katie Taylor Amanda Serrano fight in Madison Square
That was
Garden.
a fun fight.
Yeah,
That was a fun fight.
wasn't fighting, with one click over. You know, I mean,
Right. It wasn't fighting one click
when
over.
it comes like this, it's like,
What are we in the military? One click?
No,
Two clicks to the north.
no contest, man. I'm going to have 3 pay-per-views running at the same time over here if I have
Right.
to.
But
How much are you
Clarissa
gonna pay?
Shields,
Man, I'm going to have
Bruce
to
is
shell
going to pay
some cash out.
$700.
Oh, I'm going to
So-
have to go hit a bank or something.
So,
Good thing
Bruce-
I got my skull cap on. I get myself ready for some prowling
So,
there, man.
Bruce, you're not interested in Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall?
Yes, I'm interested, George, but not when they put it up against male world heavyweight championship boxing.
No, but I think that's it. That'll be on earlier, so I don't think you'll have to worry
I
about
don't
it.
They
see
won't.
it. Every 24 hours in a day, you've got 3 cards running in the
Yeah,
PM.
it's different now. It makes no sense. When I
That's
worked for
brilliant.
HBO,
I think it's brilliant for
Last week,
boxing.
They did the shit last week. They had the Joe Joyce fight going head to head with who the fuck was it, Matt Chad? I can't even remember.
Oh, I can't either. But I know boxing. Not only are they just they're ruining the sports themselves, but they're ruining relationships. When you have to tell your significant other on a Saturday, I'm going to be watching boxing from 10 a.m. to fucking 1 in the morning. You know what I mean? It just gets in the way of things.
I think I have a 3-hour break from 3 o'clock to 5:30, but then
but to have the
that's
fights on at the
fucking
same
stupid
time.
to have all those fights on the same fucking day. How retarded are these people?
When I was at HBO and Showtime were like the 2 biggest really showing fights. It was super rare. They never had a competing fight card. I mean, it happened
Head
once
to
in a
head.
blue moon, but yeah, usually, they were very
They were smart.
cognizant. Yeah, well, they knew, of course, because
They were smart.
They were smart. They were.
smart
They
as a
knew that
motherfucker.
not to have cards at the same time as your competitor. It's really, it's just weird now. Like, they just don't care. They definitely don't care about the fans, the people that put these fights. They don't care.
No, irrelevant. Complete irrelevance. They're living in their own fucking world. They could give a rat's ass. We can see it. It's
And
just
boxing's getting to the point where if you want to be a legit boxing fan, you have to be a little better than middle class to cover these pay-per-view fights. People going on in boxing. I mean,
you got to be well-to-do.
Oh yeah,
This has almost become like skiing.
it's exactly.
Or no ways around it, which most people do.
I've never been skiing or sailing in my life because it's too much money. You know what I mean? I played
with you.
basketball and gone to a few bowling alleys. Baseball and never go fucking skiing.
No, you're right, Matt.
Well,
Chad. Boxing is becoming the new fucking water ski.
Yeah.
The new
It's
sailing.
fucking, it's yuppie. It's yuppie. It's become yuppie.
It is upper middle class, man. The working man can't afford boxing.
So I'm
No,
looking
and
at
you're
the
not allowed
schedule.
to box at the local YMCA or the boys club anymore because it's too violent here in the United States. You can't go put boxing gloves on and let 2 teenagers box each other at the boys club anymore. If
That's
you went
it.
up to the,
No, go ahead. Sorry.
it's not allowed no more. We've turned into a big pussy fight nation.
It's
No more
not even-
boxing. It's just
It's not allowed in prisons anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
There
that
used to be
used to
huge
be like
boxing matches, huge boxing. That's where
yeah, you can't
it's
box
not
for
allowed no
peasant.
more. You're putting people in there for murder that kill each other. They are not allowed to box to release their anger instead of picking up a gun to go shoot. That's what I think you see a lot of these high school shootings and all these shootings are these kids. You're probably looking at the next heavyweight champion that pulled the fucking rifle out and shot everybody. The kid just was full of anger. He didn't care that he died, and these boxers don't care when they die if they ring the bell. And you're not taking this away. You can't box at the local boys club. The local YMCAs are no more. The PAL leagues. Why
Yeah.
are the police and the inner city youth not getting along anymore? Because there's no police athletic leagues. There used to be boxing leagues, basketball leagues, baseball leagues, swimming leagues, fucking whatever leagues. The police athletic league, the PAL league, they're all gone. You're not allowed to box no more in the United States. It's too violent. We're done.
Yeah. I remember going to Madison Square Garden when I was a kid once to see the Golden Glove finals, and it was not in the small theater. It was in the big theater. You know, and
Huge.
it's
Huge. It used to be
like
huge.
it's different. It's just everything is
At the
different now.
local bar, they had the boxing ring down in the basement at the Griffin Club. They had a boxing ring in the basement where they had boxing every night, and they'd bring the boxing ring, put it in the parking lot, and have boxing on the weekend. It
Yep.
was huge. Now, if you tried to do that, the police would be there and shut it down. You can't have boxing.
But the funny thing, boxing doesn't go away. Like we have this card on
Because it's
October 15th
worldwide.
with-
It's worldwide.
with
The world's
everybody
carrying
fighting.
it. United States ain't carrying boxing. What's
That's-
United States boxers carrying boxing? Not one. It's a thing for the world.
Yeah, you know who are the top American fighters that really have a following? That and you
Deontay
can't count-
Wilder.
right,
Deontay
and
Wilder.
You can't count Floyd because Floyd's retired. Like active
Deontay
boxers,
Wilder. That's it.
besides Deontay Wilder, who like has
Nobody.
a huge backing.
Nobody.
I think you're right. I mean, you know, there's some fighters that are young, like Devin Haney and those guys. Those are young fighters, but they don't have, you know,
Inouye.
a huge
Inouye's a
following
rock
yet.
star in Japan.
Yeah.
Usyk, the whole country loves Usyk. They'll all
Yeah.
die for Usyk. If Usyk said drink the Kool-Aid, they're all drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
In Great Britain, they're still riding with
Oh,
Anthony Joshua.
Fanatics.
Two defeats, and you know they're
Oh,
talking.
still love him.
Yeah,
Throws a temper tantrum. They don't care. It's okay. He had a little spat. He's fine.
and he can pretty much choose his next
And they'll
opponent.
sell out stadiums.
Yeah.
It'll go nuts. Look at this
Yeah.
fight. Look at this Eubanks fight. It's going to be sold out. That arena is going to be overflow.
I mean, just think, you know, Tyson Fury and Joshua, those guys can draw 80, 90,000 people in a stadium. What American fighter can do that? I know America's different. We have all these different sports and
No, but we had them before where they could.
Right.
We
No
had them
fighter-
before where they could.
I remember way back in the day before Floyd Mayweather got to be really big. We did some fights when I was at HBO. They did some fights in Grand Rapids for him. He wasn't selling out in his hometown. And this is before
Right.
he became, you know, the megastar, but he was a champion and he wasn't selling out. And it's not a knock on Floyd. It's more a knock on
No,
the fans.
knock on the fans. But that's the reality. It's a worldwide sport. But and thank God it is, or it would be dead. Because
Right.
in the United States, Jake Paul's probably the biggest boxer in the United States
God.
outside
And-
Deontay, and he's probably
he's got
bigger than Deontay.
Jake Paul, he's got a fight in a couple of weeks.
You know what I'm saying? That's the state of this situation. We have
Yeah.
two of the pound for pound best boxers. We don't even want to talk about them no more. How disgusting is that?
Nothing done at the grassroots level where we build any. You know, we don't build any.
Boots Ennis. Everybody loves him. I can't wait for him to fight. He's fought 2 rounds this whole fucking
rounds.
year.
Exactly.
Two
Like,
fucking rounds
what
against
is
Castile
PB
Clayton, the hockey player from Canada.
What's he doing? Like, yeah, I don't get it. I mean, Mr. P in the chat said, USA fighters once Roy retired, no personalities, just robot personalities. Look, I was looking at a
It don't
Hector
matter.
Camacho fight. You're
Right.
right, but I was looking at a Hector Camacho fight a couple of days ago. Like Hector Camacho, say what you will about. I mean, he was obviously a talented guy, but what a personality he had. Like, love him or hate him, Hector Camacho. Like, there's nobody today like Hector Camacho.
Look at those ring walks.
Yes, I mean, and just his. You're right. The personalities are.
I couldn't stand him, George. I watched his fights just to watch him get beat, and he pissed me off so many times. What a fighter!
I know. There's just the personalities are just.
He sold it. A salesman. He was a salesman.
Mm-hmm. I remember when he went to Alaska. He fought this guy Johnny Montez.
I remember that.
I mean, it was a blizzard outside, and he was in this almost like a Quonset hut kind of a stadium. You remember that, George?
I think it was on CBS. Yeah.
Yeah, it was CBS, exactly.
I remember that.
And he went out there and he did his thing. He had the dressed like an igloo. He had the white freaking fur jacket on. I mean, I wanted to see him get his ass kicked. I couldn't stand him, but yet he proved me wrong all the time. When he was finally fighting Bazooka Lamone, I said, now he's gonna see what a macho man is.
Oh.
He just danced circles around Lamone.
Just destroyed Lamone. Oh man! But the personalities, like, they're not around now. Unless are we missing the boat? Like, where's all the personality in boxing?
They Twitter fight. They Twitter fight.
Well, exactly.
We're missing it.
Yeah, it's all right here. Like, everything is right here.
We are definitely missing it here, man. And the thing is, we know because we've seen the glory days. Even you guys saw the fizzle end of the glory days, but you saw boxing at its best coming at us. The fights we wanted when we wanted them.
Yep.
And then what happened? All of a sudden, the world of apps came around, and promotional companies took over the sport of boxing, and what we wanted.
These belts came at us like out of nowhere. I never knew about the Reggie belt, the other belt, the Fran. I didn't know about all these different belts. I mean, when I first started getting on the YouTube, I was shocked. I'm like, "What are you talking about that belt?" They go, "No, whoa, he's a champion." No, he's not a champion. They go, "No, he is." I'm like, "No, he's not." Yeah, he is. I'm like, "Well, already is. He's got a belt." But I just remember it was a little more simplified not too long ago. But the pie has been divided. I don't remember so many promotional companies. And I don't remember so much the A side, B side of the street. I definitely remember the favorite, the more popular fighter and the underdog. But I never knew that promotional companies couldn't work with each other. It's like saying, well, the Lakers can't play the Celtics just because, they have different managers. Sorry, we can only play the Knicks. You can't play the Lakers. What do you mean? They're the two best teams. The Celtics and the Lakers need to. No, sorry. We can't agree on a deal. Go on. Stop it.
Yeah, and to further your point, Spence and Crawford still can't come together and make a fight.
And do you know if the Lakers wouldn't play the Celtics, that would be splashed on the front page of every sports edition of every ESPN. But because Spence isn't fighting Crawford, it's who gives a fuck? I mean,
that's where it is now. Yeah, who cares?
No, it's who's ducking who, and everybody knows what's going on. It's like, what the fuck, really?
And I'm still hearing alliances being made where people are saying these crazy ass things. I'm not even gonna stop because
there's no.
Oh no, it's gone really toxic. It's gone really, really toxic.
Very, very toxic. Something like
two American fighters, two black American pound for pound best fighters in the world, and it's turned into a toxic mess here in America. The rest of the world's got to be laughing at the America, saying, "Look at these people."
But even those guys, like, where's the personality with Errol Spence and Crawford? They are great fighters. There's no personality there. They're besides their talent, like. They're humble guys. There's no personality.
Well, I know Mickey and Arturo didn't have much fucking personality, but when they fought, it was fucking fun.
They didn't.
You know what I mean? It's like that's what I'm saying. They
didn't need personality.
Like Spence and Crawford, if they fight, they might not need personality. It could be fight of the year.
But the time Crawford and Spence were challenging each other, Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward were already on their second round,
But I'm saying, George, though, a lot of times, though, you can take the personality definitely adds to the whole menu. You know what I mean? But when you have a fighter that just rings the bell, there's been many. Hagler didn't really, even though Hagler did, he rapped a little, but there wasn't, he was rather dull compared to a Sugar Ray Leonard per se, And I just feel like if you can perform at the level when the bell rings, whatever you are before it, if you're gay, whatever, if you think you're a racist or if you're with whatever party, it's all thrown out the window, whatever you are when the bell rings.
And Hagler, you're right. Like personality, look, he was not a Camacho, but Hagler fought everybody. He fought all the time. And like some guys, their talent jumps off the screen, and Hagler he fought everyone. There wasn't a guy that Marvin Hagler didn't fight.
And he had to travel to do it really most of the times, and what he had to go through. That's why he's my personal favorite. And I respect your Sugar Ray Leonard love. I know Sugar Ray lost that fight, and we can discuss that forever and ever. I still have to see a counselor once a week to talk about that fight. But Hagler's my favorite. And I don't rely on any idol that walks this earth, because there's only one idol, and he's in God, and he's in heaven. But I do have people role models, and Hagler's been a role model for me, just to know that you can really keep working hard, and people can keep pushing you back, and you got to keep going. You can never give up. Just never give up. And I think Hagler epitomized against all odds. I'm surprised there hasn't been a Hagler movie with, bringing in the Kennedy and Tip O'Neill talking about having to get him a fight, his trips down to,
because
even with the Olympic stuff, and him fighting his childhood kid friend, you know what I mean, with the kid that beat him up, and meeting the brothers, the loyalty with the family that he met there when he moved up from New Jersey. Like the Hagler film, like an Oliver Stone to put it together or something, would just be a fucking a movie of overcoming, like a true movie of overcoming. And I think Hagler is he exemplified the human spirit at all levels. And there he is, right behind you, Bruce, looking at me. There he is, looking at me. He's like, "There you go, man, Chad. Fucking right, Hagler." Got a little tear in my eye for that one. I love the guy. I really did, Bruce.
He came in that middleweight division, and unlike any champion today, he didn't sit around in that division for 2 and 3 years with one belt, starting, squawking about how he's been denied, how he's been overlooked. He cleaned out that division, bro. There was no active middleweights. There was no top 10s Hagler didn't fight. You can start in saying Benitez.
Right? No, come on. Come on.
I mean, people can start naming fringe fighters, but
yeah. Historian can be out. Yeah.
Here we go.
Mad Chad, this is this is my room when I was a kid. But who do you see on my wall? You see Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
There you go.
Yeah, I think I had that same picture on my wall.
Remember that poster? That was I had a Sugar Ray Leonard poster on my door, but Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Growing up, that's whose poster I had.
Bo Jackson on the other side. I had Bo Jackson, Hagler, fucking the Rolling Stones and the Beatles and Farrah Fawcett.
I had Tommy Hearns up there too, and Hector Camacho.
You had to have Farrah Fawcett. Everybody had the Farrah Fawcett poster
with a nipple slip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was great. That was a great.
That's almost as classic as the Ali Liston photo. It didn't carry the historical value as the Liston Ali photo, Cassius Clay Liston photo. But that Farrah Fawcett photo is one of the greatest American photos in the history.
Got that photo right over my shoulder too, man. Let's see if I can.
Well, you don't have the Farrah Fawcett photo.
No, I got the Ali and.
Right.
That would be amazing if he had the Farrah Fawcett.
Right.
Pants to the left, and there's Farrah.
Bruce's dad's missed that fucking fight right there. Bruce, tell that story real quick about your old man making it up to Lewiston, Maine.
Well, my dad was not a hardcore boxing fan, but my dad was a sports fan. He owned a bar, so I mean, all the sports were on. They took precedent over anything, and boxing took precedent over any sports. So anyway, it was a weeknight. I think it might have even been a Tuesday night. Him and some of his friends, they found out the fight was moved from the Boston Garden to Lewiston, Maine, and this place was relatively empty. People weren't going to it, and You know, they were 30-year-old fucking guys, man. They said let's jump in the car and go up there.
That's
And
awesome.
you know, but anyway, man, they were drinking beer all the way up there. My dad had to go to take a piss as soon as he got there. He went to the bathroom and he missed the fucking.
I remember.
missed the
Yeah,
knockout.
He missed the fucking big punch, the hellacious fucking punch.
And he didn't even like the fact I was a fan of Muhammad Ali.
And then remember, people don't talk about that, Bruce, right? He got up after that. Liston got up and they stopped it. Funny, who was the ref? Like the ref,
Jersey
the
Joe Walcott.
Nation of,
Yeah.
the Nation of Islam was there. They had to move the venue to an armory in Lewiston. But Liston got up. Liston wasn't fucked up. Like Liston got up. Bruce, can you pull up that clip of that? The ending of that? Because people remember that. People remember that as the ending of the fight, the picture. They think that's the ending. That ain't how it ended.
He was on the
It's
canvas.
like, you know what I'm saying, George? People look at that picture, they go, there it is. He knocked him out. But check out what happens.
But remember, he tried to get up and then he rolled over and. You know,
no, I don't remember. He got up easily. Let's see.
No, he did.
Remember.
He tried to get up and then he went down. And you'll see once Bruce pulls it up, there was a little bit of acting involved. It looked like. Roll it, Bruce. Clay comes out to meet Liston, and Liston starts to retreat. If he goes back any further, he'll end up in a ringside seat. Wow,
3 fucking ropes.
1960.
Ali on the back foot.
And this
the big ugly bear hunting him down.
And Ali was starting. He was getting bigger too. He was
man strength.
Got former heavyweight champion Jersey Joe Walcott, the first and only heavyweight championship.
Only.
Yep.
And watch this hellacious punch. This was like a knockout of the year type punch.
Watch the right hand of Cassius Clay at the time.
He was
I like the way he called it a corkscrew punch or something. He made up a name.
He called it a couple of things.
He called that the anchor punch.
But he called. He did call it.
See that he missed it the first time. And Liston just said, "Fuck."
It's so fast, you might miss it. Everybody watching, you might miss this punch. It's so fast. Because I know Bruce Gass's old man missed it.
He said he heard the fucking.
I'll go, what the fuck?
I think he might have even.
Unbelievable. Lewiston, Maine. That's what Lewiston's name. Joey Gamache, funny, the greatest boxer ever from the state of Maine. Oh, there it is.
He rolls over. Now watch. He's going to try to get up, and he's going to flop. Look at this. He's going to roll over. And let me go down again.
Right.
Puts the hands up.
And now I'll get up.
Yeah,
now he's up, but he's fine.
But now the referee says continue fighting. Watch.
Well, no, he was going over to the ringside guy because the guy from Ring Magazine was telling him he was down more than 10 seconds.
Net Fleischer, I believe.
But people don't remember that, though, George. I didn't remember it right. But you know what I mean? It's like they got
he was down for more than 10 seconds.
We're going to see the knockout in slow motion. Bang, right there.
Did he do it?
Something happened with George's dog.
Well, I would say something probably happened with the... Yeah.
Guys, I know you guys don't care about this, but Aaron Judge just hit his 62nd home run.
Yeah, I do care about it because he's roided up.
He's
roided to the gills. Shout out to Barry Bonds. Oh, Aaron Judge did it. He's a Yankee. Shout out to him. I just don't like the Yankees. Shout out to Aaron Judge. Next year, he's going to be a Boston Red Sox. He's 62. He beat Roger Maris. Like I say, I think he's roided up. Last year he had 38 home runs, 39. Now he has fucking 70. Come on, he's a fucking cheat code. You know, the steroids are ahead of the game. They're ahead of the drug cheat. They're ahead of the drug testing right now. The roids are ahead of the drug testing because Victor Conte's helping to make the drug testing laws. You have the biggest cheat in the world helping make the laws to bust the drug cheats.
But see, because boxing's not on the up and up, this doesn't shock me, Mad Chad. You know, we're looking at a circus like setting here anyway, where everything is predetermined way before it's even going to happen. Not the outcome of the fights necessarily,
Right.
but they know what fight's going to be made. They know where it's going to happen. It's
Bruce, my phone's gonna die. If I let it die, it's like dead. I'm gonna try to get on. I'm gonna try to get on through the Twitter. I'll be right back on my computer if that's fine. I'll be right back.
no problem, Matt Chad. We're going to hang around here. Like I said earlier, man, I'm going to call up Bobby Quarry one more time. I hope he's all right. I hope everything is okay with him. I'm going to give it another try. I'm going to see if he's okay, and see what happens, because I'm kind of a little bit you know something. Maybe Matt Chad was right. I called him a bunch of times, and this isn't the most important thing in the world. Not to him anyway, man. It is to me right now, and well, Bruce Gas over here with you, man. We're winging a show together. We can talk about what's coming up, man. What's coming up in the world of boxing. Go back into our vast repertoire here, or we can talk to the chat out there, man. Ali versus Foley knockout looks fake too. 115, the best division in boxing. We've got a wide array of boxing fans out here. No shit. Liston pissed off the mob. Boss in Vegas. Did you know that boxing has been pulled from the USA Olympics? That's from what I understand, because of the drug use, because so many fighters were caught with PEDs in their body. It's the ugly game we're in, and nothing in this game surprising me anymore, because I'm hearing, drugs in boxing. It's not even because you can be on these drugs because you're in a predetermined sport. The sport that I love, and I'm beginning to lose faith in it by the day. And this is why I cherish talking to these old timers over here, people who have been around, because I can kind of hit on the Toker too, and think back to the good old days. Not that I don't look forward to boxing today, bro, because we're having some great shit that's going to be happening before our very eyes. But boxing is shooting itself in the foot when they're running these cards head to head on a Saturday, all day long boxing, and not even just 2 cards, like 3-4 cards. Fucking ridiculous. Mad Chad back again. Salute my brother. Hey, Blood Boxing, bro. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for coming by, man.
That Aaron Judge is 6'7", 280 pounds. I mean, he's the biggest baseball player I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, man. He's a freakazoid. He's huge. He was not that big in his earlier years. When I was watching baseball 3-4 years ago, before I got into the YouTube boxing. And Aaron Judge, his rookie year, he was huge. He was hitting home runs all the time, man. What did he hit, like 30 home runs his first year in the league?
Yeah, he's been a monster from the get-go. He's just a freakazoid right out of the womb. I think he weighed fucking 17 pounds at birth. You know what I mean? The dude was a freak.
Just getting better and better and better.
Yeah, but I think getting juicier and juicier and juicier. It was his contract year, like I always say, that contract year when fighters are, players are up for their contract. They get paid next. Now they can go out and bargain. All right, who's going to pay me this? That's when they usually get on that cycle, put up their best career numbers, and Aaron Judge is arguably having one of the greatest seasons in the history of fucking baseball. That's why my gut tells me that the roids are ahead of, because what he's putting up is like, like if you make a computer game, like Bruce was talking about getting a computer game, it's like making a computer game and making a boxer and making him like Superman. It's like this guy's playing like a cheat code, and the only time I really ever see anybody play kind of like that in baseball it's been because they've been on roids. And I'm not saying he is, but
I'm not saying he is, but it's not going to surprise me. Nothing is going to surprise me in professional sports today because it's all for entertainment. It's all fuck the athlete, man. Let's just bring out a freak and sell them. And
the circus has been around since the beginning of time. The traveling circus and the freaks make money. And when you can do something, they go, why do they get paid so much money for hitting a baseball? Because if you can hit a baseball 400 fucking feet and throw it 90 miles per hour, you'll get paid money. But only very few fucking human beings can do that. That's like everybody can flip a burger, everybody can deliver, everybody can drive a cab, everybody can be a mover, a roofer, a plumber, a fucking Indian chief, and a doctor. But you gotta go, certain levels of it. But these world-class athletes, they get paid so much money because there's only very, very few people that can play it at that level or do it at that level, and everybody wants to see them do it. Everybody wants to see greatness at something that they wish they could do. That's why they get paid. Oh my God, he's getting paid that much money? Well, he deserves to be. The fucking guy that owns the team's worth 700 trillion zillion fucking dollars. Everybody's in the stadiums wearing that fucking jersey of the fucking player. That player deserves $250 million and then some. What the fuck are you looking at, you fucking retarded motherfucker?
Mm-hmm. And they're asking these games to police themselves because he's on juice. Well, who cares if he's on juice? It's got to be the sport itself. They have to do the testing, but yet they're controlled by the business of boxing. So are they gonna say somebody can't fight because they're on PEDs and the fight's off? No way, bro. The show must go on.
Look at Oscar Valdez.
Exactly. Look at Oscar Valdez.
We just saw it recently happen.
We saw federations make special rules so the fight continue. They put the fight on an Indian reservation in a particular state. It's not under the athletic commission rules of that state. Right. Sovereign government on those
fight
Indian
in the Virgin Islands.
Boxing has become a fucking dirty
Wild West
these days, man. The Wild West, and who with all these promoters and all these stable of fighters, who the hell can keep track of individual fighters? Who's going to pay for these fighters to have drug tests and be tested year round? It's Wild West.
It's a bunch of silver. It's a silver briefcases with dollar bills getting paid around, laundering money. There's no government body. Everybody has their own rules. It's definitely a gangster's paradise. And you know what? If you have an Ivy League education and you're a judge like Bob Arum, and you've been learning from a likes of a Don King, it's gangsters. It's at the highest level of getting a leg up. Like, honestly, look at all the guys that have high educations. Al Heyman, Harvard League, right? Harvard. I think Lou DiBella went to Harvard.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Arum went to somewhere. Princeton or Harvard?
Bob Arum's Harvard.
And I wish my son went to Harvard because I'll tell you right now, if you go to Harvard, you get a fucking big leg up. You are definitely going to be in a different fucking level of people and connections that you're ever gonna meet if you go to your local fucking community college.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I dropped a link out there, man. We don't usually do that on Tuesday night fights, but seeing as how our guest of honor didn't make it tonight, man, anybody wants to come up and talk about anything you want, because we don't have a show planned here, man.
We can't talk about Errol and Bud, can we?
Well, I'm not going to censor anybody who comes up here as long as they're polite and they don't break the cardinal rules. Then I think we may put Errol and Bud on those cardinal rules, but we have mature people in here. We have
we do, and it is relevant. And I hate to say it's worn out. It is still relevant. I'm kind of myself personally tired of speaking about it, but I can see how someone that maybe wants to talk about it wants to. You know what I mean, Bruce? It's like, hey, live free or die, bro.
That's where I came from, Chad. Fucking gloomy day today. Supposed to be a gloomy day tomorrow. And man, when George just said he lives in Connecticut. I don't know if it's the same as it is in Connecticut over here. I heard his daughter saying he did it.
Yes,
I heard the dog barking. I thought he was going to say the dog pissed in the house because they wouldn't go outside because it was raining. And then I heard
the Aaron Judge 62. Shout out to him. I'm not a Yankees fan, but my God, I always suspect something when he was just setting up those numbers. It's just, it is what it is.
It is what it is for sure, though. It is what it is for sure. How about fights being held on a Saturday night? Let's talk about that. Why is Saturday night reserved for fights? You just said it earlier, Mad Chad. They got boxing on the whole day, the whole night. Is that doing any good for boxing?
It's fucking short bus gang to the fucking HD. That's the short bus gang in HD. That's a whole fucking fleet, like a gang of Hell's Angels on motorbikes coming into town, but it'd be like a whole fleet of short buses rolling into town, saying, we got an idea. We got all these great 3 cards that everybody wants to see, these 3 cards. Let's all have them on the same day. Ain't that a great idea? And maybe let's have a couple of them that might overlap where people really will not know what to do. Fucking brilliant. What's going on? Yeah. What went on last weekend? The Queen fucking died. The Queen died. They canceled that fight for a fucking month. What the fuck? Why didn't it just happen the next fucking weekend? Why did they have to fucking cancel it for fucking... I mean, the lady died and they canceled everything over there.
Canceled everything.
That's when I thought we should have attacked them right then when they were in mourning for the Queen. I said, now our time to get them back. Let's take them over. Let's put the Star Spangled Banner right in London, because they would have known what got them. They could have been attacked. London was definitely sleeping. I never see a country going, cock for a lady more than anybody. I mean, England bent the knee. They bent the knee for the Queen. Shout out to all the English people. Shout out to the, whatever you believe in. But my God, that country really, really fucking shut down for a while.
Jerry Quarry, Ernie Davis.
Ernie has hair right here. Does Ernie have hair?
Yeah, Ernie has hair. Ernie was Don King had Ernie, and this was supposed to be an easy win for Ernie.
Oh yeah, he ripped it up after this. It pissed Don off.
Don went fucking nuts.
He was nuts. He was nuts before, though. It's just, he was par for course.
But this was nice, man. This was a seasoned veteran.
And what night was this on? A Saturday night? And I guarantee there was a couple other cards going on.
I don't know what night this was on, but
probably a Tuesday or a fucking Wednesday. They didn't. That's the thing with these fights. Have it on a fucking Tuesday when there's no football, nothing to compete against. Have it. Use your fucking brains, boxing. We're all junkies out here. We don't need to see fucking. Bruce, you follow me here. It's like these people are fucking. They don't care about us. George Jakovich was talking about it. He said, "You know what? They don't care about us." and it's so true. I think Bob Arum said, fuck Las Vegas, fuck the fans, and fuck everybody. I really think Bob said that before.
I think so, man. I really do, man. Shout
Oh,
out
and
to
everybody's going to be fucking mad at fucking Al Heyman. Everybody be pissed off at fucking Al Heyman. I remember before Al got in this game, and when Al leaves this game, it's still going to be fucked up. So everybody that hates this fucking dude, honestly, you fucking look in the mirror. There ain't anybody out there pushing. There ain't nobody doing boxing justice.
Nobody at all. MZ Boxing, thank you for coming by, my brother. And I saw the Queen Monica out there. Monica, thank you so much for stopping by. Salute to you. Good
Shout out to
evening.
Monica, the Jedi, McSmith, Knife Man, Justice.
Yeah, we can.
There he goes. There goes Shavers. Wow.
That was a knockdown.
And Foreman wanted no part of this fucking Irishman. Foreman wanted no part of this fucking Quarry. No part of him.
Nope. And this fight was in negotiations. And that was the end of the round or the end of the fight. Wow. Don King. Yeah, Don King went nuts after this one, man.
Went nuts.
Went cuckoo clock. Oh, look who's over here, man. The guy, I thought it might have been Bobby Quarry, but it's my friend Muhammad Ali, Mr. Clark himself, bro.
Nobody that cool, I'm sorry to say.
Bruce Gas with Mr. Doc. I'll tell you one thing when you talk about wheelhouses, you talk jazz, you talk weed, right up Bruce Gas's wheelhouse. You talk this Bobby Quarry ever of heavyweights, there's really nobody in here. And I think that's why someone was really mad at Mr. Doc and labeled him a cock. Because I think this man felt very threatened by Mr. Doc when Mr. Doc gets rattling on. Oh, because this Mr. Doc's like an encyclopedia when it comes to these heavyweights. And honest to God, Mr. Doc, that was a pleasure to see you pop up. I thought it was Bobby Quarry for a second. Bruce goes, here goes someone. We got a legend here. And I'm thinking, this is Bobby.
And then you get stuck with me. You get stuck with me instead.
Oh,
no.
We're honored to have you in here too, my brother. Doc, name me your favorite fight from the 80s, bro, from the 70s, 80s heavyweight era.
Oh, Jesus. Oh God, I gotta okay, that we haven't watched recently. What's making me go, okay, I gotta bite down. You gotta give me 30 seconds. I'm gonna take a toke and think about that one. That's a you know what I mean? I want to give that some thought and attention.
Mm-hmm. No, I can see why, man. This is Tuesday night fights. We're winging it over here,
Mr. Pads. Mr. Pads knows the fight. It was on a Friday night, December 14th.
Mr. Pads definitely. I mean, dude, I mentioned the Rhode Island chapter of the Hells Angels today, and where the hell was I? Oh, I think I was in Pigeons. I think or in Dick Justice's. I was typing, and Mr. Pads Bango, he went right back. He pulled up a story on Channel 12 News.
Like Mr. Doc with the heavyweights. Like Doc with the heavyweights.
Yeah, that Mr. Pads, man, you don't want to slip anything out you don't want to say anything stupid because Mr. Pads is a fact checker. He'll catch it for sure, man.
Yeah. Mr. Doc knows guitar and heavyweights. That's just about it.
So I was going to be on my best behavior, man. I was so psyched, man. Our poor friend Bobby, man. I hope nothing happened.
No, he's fine. Doc, what was your favorite Jerry Quarry fight?
Oh, favorite Quarry fight. I would. Well, to be honest with you, I'm thinking of like 2 or 3 man Chad, but like honestly, like 1 or 2 of them are probably ones where he lost. Like the first Joe Frazier fight.
Pull him right up.
The first Frazier we go. There we go. Let's start with that, Bruce Gas. Let's go with Frazier Quarry 1. This one, fight of the year, I believe, in '69.
Fight of the year. Look at this.
I'll go look this up. I'll go look this up. I'm gonna see.
The year
I
I'm
called
born,
my
Mr. Doc.
I called my shot. Now let's see how far off I
Mr. Doc's calling big gun. They call him the big gun.
am. Babe Ruth.
Definitely.
Oh, they call him. They don't call him Mr. Doc. They call him Mr. Hosscock. This dude's out swinging the big dick with the Frazier. Fucking Quarry won. This was a war.
You know who won the That's right. Fight of the year 1969. Booyah.
And shout out to Gary Spencer Wilson Boxing for putting this fight on. We're going to enjoy it over here.
Shout out to Gary. All learning purposes only. We got the professor, Mr. Doc, in the house. In the house. Fight of the year I was born, the year of Aquarius, whatever it was, the 69.
The age of Aquarius. Oh yeah, that's a Woodstock, baby. Here we go, man. The first round. Jerry Quarry, Joe Frazier.
No feeling out process whatsoever. You
Oh,
see like that?
Jerry's got the real masculine fucking trunks on.
Man, look at Jerry hurt
Look at that. Yeah, with
Nice
he's
one.
hooking with the hooker. He's hooking with the hooker, Bruce.
Wow, it looks like those ropes might have held him up. Because Joe's notorious for slow start. Oh, Joe with the uppercut, man. Oh,
Well, someone should have worked on Jerry's fucking trunk color, because that's the wrong color.
I wonder why. That's Irish Jerry. Maybe he's having a fight with man.
Cancer Awareness Week, maybe breast awareness week or something.
I was wondering what you were saying, Chad, because my TV color must be off because it looks like a magenta.
Yeah.
On my end, is that what you're seeing, Bruce?
Yeah.
Okay, so but
I'm
on
seeing
your end,
pink. I'm seeing pink. I'm seeing.
No, I
pink.
believe you. I believe you, man, Chad. I believe you.
Yeah, I'm seeing more of a darker pink, a magenta, like
I'm seeing National Breast Cancer Week or something, you know.
Well, we can say that, but even though it didn't even exist back in
Wow,
1969.
see someone take a picture. Someone took a picture. It went blue. Wow, this is great. Look at the cameras right there. I see.
Oh yeah, the
someone with a
lens
cigarette.
flare and the cigarette smoke in the fucking in the arena
Look at
and
that.
everything.
This is great. This
Vintage.
is Doc.
You
bring
know
that heat,
your
bro.
late
What a
friend.
fight,
You know your
man.
late
This is
friend.
great. Oh,
You know your late friend Bert Sugar's at ringside, Mad Chad.
Ah.
Hey, I want to say something
right.
too. I
This
want to
is
say
only a
something.
10-round fight, right?
Nah, 12 rounds, bro. This might have been scheduled for 15. Actually, now that you mention it, I will look. Because
This is absolutely 15 rounds.
Yeah, because Joe's champ. It's 69. So yeah.
You know how I can tell? Because all I have to do is look at the shirt that I'm wearing.
Aha! There you go.
1968, Joe Frazier.
Nice one.
Didn't even realize I had that one on here tonight. But here we are, man. We're still in the first round of this great fight here.
These guys did not stop punching this entire time we've been talking.
Bruce, and how old is Bobby at this time? And how old is Jerry's brother Bobby right now?
Bobby wasn't even born at this time. Bobby wasn't born until Bobby's 9 years old. I'm sorry. Bobby's born in 1960. So he's 9 years old.
I wonder if he was at this fight. I imagine he was.
Man, oh man,
You know what I mean? If next time, Bruce, next time.
I'm gonna call him up first thing in the,
What's a great story you say with Floyd Mayweather? You remember seeing him in a bassinet. You remember watching Floyd, his old man fight.
I can't say 100%, but it had to be.
It was.
I mean, just looking at the timeline, who else could it be? Oh, Jerry Cooney has got some great hooks. He's hooking with like you said, man, hooking with a hooker.
The body shots. I'm liking the body shots Quarry's throwing. I've never noticed them.
Problem with this is his face just got busted up in this fight. I remember.
Yeah. He'd get busted up.
Scar tissue.
Joe Joyce doesn't get fucking affected, Bruce. I noticed that about the big juggernaut. He doesn't fucking welt up. He has that leather skin.
Mm-hmm. What a war! Wow.
Yeah.
Quarry would get busted up. A lot of those Europeans get cut up easy. A lot of them do. Wicked body puncher. Frazier was brutal. Frazier was vicious.
I mean, this was a piss blood fight for sure.
Yeah.
I did a fight last Saturday on Tim Witherspoon's channel, and he
This is
talked
a
to
car crash. This is a bad car crash, Bruce.
Oh yeah.
Bad
Well,
car crash.
he was right there with Ali after the Shavers fight, and Ali told him he was pissing blood. He said Tim said he was urinating blood after that fight, and you can see that should have been Ali's last fight.
Yeah. Bruce, for sure.
And even that was probably.
The Quarries went on.
In
the
hindsight,
Quarries went on and fought so many more fights.
Quarry
what
never.
else do they know to do?
Never stopped.
They don't know. They don't know nothing else to do, Bruce. That's all they know.
Yeah. People forget these are boxers for a reason.
These are human beings. Yeah.
They get really unrealistic expectations.
He made a comeback 10 years after he retired. He made that comeback and his teeth got knocked out. It was really.
Oh yeah. I see that in the documentary. He got injured really badly.
Yep, it was
really bad.
Yeah, a hotel lobby, one of those fucking.
Yeah, or like a high school gym or some kind of deal. Yeah.
Yep, $3,000 to come to Colorado, all expenses paid. Guy's a tomato can. You just put the money in your pocket and go home and. Oh, bro.
And what kind of, that should tell you right there how dirty the game of boxing is.
And how desperate these guys are when their career's over and they have nothing to fall back on.
Nothing, Bruce.
Nothing, man.
Bruce, when they lose all their friends, you know what I mean? All they have left is the
Oh yeah, man,
all they have left is the street people. You know what I mean?
When you're on top, they return calls. You call somebody, you don't even have to leave a message. Your phone's gonna ring in 5 minutes, man. Yep. And when you're done, that's when you know
you go from first to worst overnight.
That's when you know who the real ones are, bro. You know who you.
Because most of these fighters, they run at a different idol, and they cause havoc, and they rattle a lot of people, and they get away with a lot of things at a local level because they're out of control. Because they're boxers, they're adrenaline to kill. Their whole idea is I'm going to go in there and die, or I'm going to kill my opponent or die, and we're going to put it in the judge's hand at the end of it. But I'm winning, and they're out of their mind. And not all of them, because a lot of them can focus it in because they have a good wife and a good bubble, a good dad, a good grandfather, a good role model in their life. And you can see, but a lot of them can get because they're so wired differently than any pro athlete that you'll ever meet. This boxing world is absolutely a train wreck happening every fucking fight. Look at these two fighters, Bruce. What year is this? This is before what I mean.
The year you were born, bro. That glorious year, 1969. I smoked my first weed. I smoked my first marijuana. I smoked my first joint in 1969. I saw this fight. In fact, man, this fight was it was right around the corner from when I smoked that first joint, man. I probably smoked another one on this day. What was the date on this one?
June 13th, 14th?
No, June 23rd, man. I think I smoked my first joint. I think it was in April, the end of April, but it was right around the same time, man. I was in the
and what are they on? Look at him digging. Look at those body punches, Doc. Bruce, what are they on? For like when I saw that Andy, and I hate to just piss on Andy Ruiz and fucking King Ortiz, but these two fighters right here would absolutely fucking destroy Ortiz and Andy Ruiz. Those two heavyweights that I just fought, that I just paid $90 for on the pay-per-view. These two fighters here, I'm just telling you the truth. When I go to God, if I go to heaven or hell, and I'm going to tell whoever when I make it to the next life, that these two fighters here would annihilate those two heavyweights, top 210 heavyweights that I just see fight these two guys would kill him.
Well, now here's a few things to consider that might
Beat him
make
the
what
fuck
you're
up.
saying.
Beat him up bad.
Here's a few things to consider that might make what you're saying not, because some people might say, "Oh, that's crazy, man, Ken." But think about this. Number one, both these guys are in their primes. They're in their 20s. We don't have any idea how old Ortiz is. Okay, 50-year-old man. 50-year-old man.
Ruiz in his prime. Both of them in their prime, Doc. Both of them in their prime.
They probably lose. I mean, who knows? I don't even know how good.
Look at these guys. Yeah. Come on, it's a whole different animal here. These guys threw more punches in the last 30 seconds than they did the whole fucking fight.
Well, that was going to be my next point. Gas tanks. They definitely both got better gas tanks than both the other guys, than Ruiz or Ortiz. So,
yeah, these guys, an average round is like a highlight from that whole fight with these guys.
Yeah.
No?
Different animals. They're different animals.
Yes.
We're watching different animals. Human beings are animals. You know what I mean? We're just basically an animal with a big brain. These fucking are just different animals than the animals that I watched. I'm not saying Usyk, Fury, Wilder, AJ, those guys, maybe not even AJ, but I'm saying, but these two right here would absolutely annihilate heavyweights today. Frazier, oh my God, look at another body punch here. You don't see guys working this shit like this. This is a whole different level of beast. This is a whole different
like
level
you said,
animal.
the number of punches alone it's like almost a different sport.
Different sport. Well, they weren't clinching either. When they got on the inside, you see it a lot today, which I take a lot away from the inside fighting. I like it when a fighter doesn't clinch, when they fight out of the clinch or push away from the clinch. You can see this ref. He doesn't even seem to be in the picture.
That's something I've pointed out, right? Because some people will tell me
clinching a little, but there he takes his hand away.
Most of the time, right, when you see clinching in a fight from, like, say, the 70s, like we'll just say 70s,
they work it out themselves.
Exactly. Whereas today, what they'll do is literally a lot of times, they will grab onto each other, and at least one of them looks at the ref, and it's like grab each other and wait for each other. And the art, and there's an art there used to be an art to, you know what I mean, that not just the punches inside, but manipulating your opponent, right? They used to call it wrestling, just to get an angle and get position and make your, either make a clean exit or get punching position. All of it was an art. The Philly fighters were taught a bad channel. A lot of the reasons they fought like Benny Briscoe with your head in your chest, they were taught to watch the opponent's feet. Watch the opponent's feet.
Look down at
to predict, to kind of anticipate where they're going to go next. Don't watch the upper body.
I used to watch my opponent's feet. When I did spar, I remember when I went over to the Portland Boxing Club with Bobby Russo, and I was doing some bag drill, and I just was looking down. He's like, why are you just looking down? I go, because I want to see my opponent's feet. Yeah. Because you could see where they were coming. Like when I used to spar with Billy Harrigan a little, I used to watch his footwork. Like I would just look down at him because he would do a lot of feinting, and the feinting would fuck me up. And it would, like when he put his left foot forward, he was throwing a fucking right. You know what I mean? Every time he put the left foot forward, he'd throw one left and he'd come up with a right. And I just figured the guy out, But it's just interesting when the inside fighting is beautiful. It's a hard skill to work. You have to definitely know how to fight. Like right now, in today's boxing, they would have already hugged.
Right, both of these two. That's the thing. Quarry is a underrated boxer, in my opinion. He was more than just a slugger. If he was just a slugger, Ron Lyle would have knocked his ass out. I mean, let's just get that square.
Well, see, there's no heavyweights out there. there are no heavyweights out there like these two guys. I mean, there's nobody who's digging the body like that. Look at Joe Frazier just banging those gloves together, moving in, man. He just wants to throw fucking hooks. And Quarry, even when he goes backwards, he's fucking firing punches. And when they do get together, whap, 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 whap. Who's fighting like that today, man?
They see Bad Chad just now how they manipulated each other's arms, and like you said, they worked it out themselves. The ref didn't have to come over and separate them.
Who do we got there? Arthur McCanty back there?
I think so. Yep.
Like I know it changes a lot, but I just noticed this. You know, even with a lot of my favorite fighters, when there is sort of a clinching, they look for the ref for help. I never knew when a ref could fucking help you in any fucking time, especially in like basketball. I tell my team when I coach, leave the ref out of it. They're fucking idiots. They don't know how to fucking ref. Just worry about the next fucking play. Don't fucking look at them and give them any fucking respect because they're getting paid. They want to get out of here and they don't like you. So just fucking ignore them. And if I was a trainer, if I was a fucking trainer and my fighter looked at the ref for help, I would punch him in the fucking face when he came back to the fucking ring. I'd say, I quit because you're a fucking weirdo. If you think that ref is gonna fucking help you, you're in the wrong fucking sport. And I see it happen all the time. It's really almost, I see Usyk do it a couple times, but back in the day, I remember, and I didn't like him for a minute. I remember after one fight, I was like, really, you fucking Ukrainian bitch? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it wasn't Ukrainian.
I'm pretty sure every modern fight you'll probably see it at least once.
Yeah, they
or
really
just
do
about,
it over the top, though, but some of them go over the top with it. Like I get it every once in a while if a ref misses a big, if you go, what the fuck, bro? I get it. But you just see it happen. I've never seen it happen so much where you're looking for the ref for help for nothing. For fucking nothing. You're a fucking warrior in there. The ref, Hagler used to say, the only reason they have a ref in the ring is he's keeping me from killing you. The only reason the ref is there is from, like that's what I'm saying. Hagler didn't need no help from no fucking ref.
And these guys don't either, bro.
And this ref has the best fucking view in the house. Any Xboxer get into refing because they do pay you all right. But I think you got to suck a little dick, and a lot of boxers been fucked enough. They don't want to get back into it and say, really, I got to favor a certain fighter. No. And I think you see a lot of that with refs. You see how they ref it. But you have to tell your fighter, ignore the fucking ref. You got to worry about the guy trying to rip your head off. The fucking ref ain't punching you, bro.
Protect yourself at all times. That's what they say, right? Protect yourself at all times.
All times. All fucking times, Doc, right? Until all fucking times. When that bell rings, you go in there to kill.
Basically, like you're saying, protect yourself. In other words, protect yourself as if the ref wasn't there.
Yeah.
And if he does can save the day, then that's just, what do you call it? You know what I mean? Like, that's like good weather. That's good luck. You don't go, like you said, counting on it.
Look at this inside fighting.
I mean, honestly, we're already in round 7. I didn't even know it went this long.
Yeah, I think it ends in this round. I think it was.
Joe was brilliant at throwing that fucking elbow. Like Joe was a brilliant Philadelphia inside fighter there. Like I think Stephen Fulton, the Fulton kid, I think he watches a lot of Frazier. I don't.
I want to say the boxing world. The boxing world. Drop that link out there that site you were just talking about, man. I'll check it out. We can all check it out. But you can drop a link right now, my brother. Go ahead, man, Chad. Keep going, my bro. You're on a roll, my man.
No, I forgot what I was even saying, Bruce.
Oh, we're talking about the ruthlessness of Joe Frazier with those elbows, heads, headbutts.
Like Stephen.
Fulton.
Fulton, the Philadelphia fighter. Yeah, he has that when he fights on the inside when he's fighting that. What a left there by Frazier. But when Fulton fought that kid with the high output, Figueroa Figueroa kid that was just, remember after the Cambosos? It was after the Cambosos Tiafimo fight, Bruce. Remember, it was kind
Yeah,
of, it was
yeah,
a
I
really
remember
high
that.
fight.
Yeah, it was a hard fight.
You know,
Split decision.
Fulton can fight.
Fulton
I
won the
think
fight.
Fulton watches a lot of Frazier. I think Fulton watches a lot of Frazier.
He's Philadelphia, man.
That'd be an interesting question.
That's Philadelphia, bro. Fulton is
But
Philadelphia.
the inside game, if the ref allows it, if you know, if you can get on that, you know, shoulder to shoulder. Oh, look at that uppercut! It's like it's a huge advantage.
There it is. It stopped it.
Fight was stopped between rounds. Yep.
Huge advantage, though.
Jerry,
When you can fight.
And Jerry is like, Jerry is just, he is no quitting him, bro. He'll fire he'll be like Wilder. He'll fire fucking Breland, man. He'll fire the, he don't want to hear it, bro. Look at him. He's pushing his corner away. Fuck you guys, man. This was for the heavyweight championship.
Yeah, they're trying to tell him something like, you know, hey,
warrior.
That's the champ, and he don't want to hear that, man. He was here to win.
Mm-hmm. Howard Cosell in the ring. There's my man. Look, he's even got a little bit of his own hair on top too.
You can tell, yeah.
Unreal, Bruce. Great call, Doc. Great call, Doc. Bruce Gasp, George. Honestly, everybody in the chat, man. Bruce, what a great night for Tuesday nights. You know, Bobby Quarry will be back. Believe me, he will be back.
Oh yeah. I hope nothing happened. I'm going to call him up because you know we planned this yesterday and twice today, and man, like I said, I hope nothing happened. Hey,
no, nothing happened.
It does happen. Maybe he wanted to watch Aaron Judge hit his 60th home run, man. Who knows, you know?
62 he hit.
62. Beat Roger Maris today.
Well, the Yankees ain't winning the World Series, so enjoy it all, you Yankee fans. Enjoy your fucking glory today because you ain't winning no World Series.
There we go. Want to pull up another? Pull up one more before the road here, bros. Doc, my special guest. Doc, because we don't have George jumped off. He's watching baseball. Mad Chad, he's not what I'd call a celebrity. You, Mr. Doc, you've been on this fucking internet
Doc
world.
is a celebrity.
Faces. Mad Chad's one of these young up and comers going on.
Ham and egg. I'm just a ham and egg.
Doc, give us a fight, bro. Give us an intro.
I agree with whoever you put it up there on the chat while we were watching the Frazier fight there, Shivalo.
And
I ain't gonna give it away. I ain't gonna give it away, but it's a good fight, but also the ending is something else.
We watched that one before. We can watch it again.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you'd watched it recently.
No, not recently. Well, you know, recently is who the fuck knows is recently, man.
It's all relative, I guess.
Yeah. I'm pressing Quarry and it comes up as Quaalude. I don't know. You know how Google kind of knows what you're thinking of? And I pressed Quarry and it came up as Quaalude. So what the fuck is going on here?
It's reading you, Bruce.
Quarry versus George Chuvalo. Here we go.
I love your fucking background, Bruce. Honest to God. I mean, you got Curtis Anderson, you got Sugar right up there.
Hey. Tomorrow's Curtis Anderson's birthday, bro. We're having a fucking big show tomorrow.
Yeah, right, for sure.
I didn't want to say it because somebody else would fucking say it, you know, would fucking.
Let's let it out of the bag and put it up. But you got Hagler and Hagler. You got fucking Sugar. Is that terrible, Tim? Who's over your shoulder there?
Yeah. I got Ali knocking out Sonny Liston over there. Then I got Marvin Hagler. I got Miles Davis, the famous Jack Johnson album.
Yeah.
And then I got an autographed picture of Tim Witherspoon over there.
Now,
I got Roy Jones. I got all kind of pictures over here, Mad Jack.
Was he Ali? Was he still Cassius, or was he
Ali
when he beat Liston?
He was when he beat Liston. After the first fight. That's when he changed his name. He changed it before that, but he didn't tell the world till after he beat Liston. He shocked the world.
So the second fight in Lewiston,
he was Ali. Oh, that's that. They got it out of
There's the
Boston.
Nation of Islam was there. The Nation of Islam was with them.
Yeah, that's what they were afraid. They're afraid the Nation of England was going to fuck them all up. But look at the people in this ring before the fight. The people who came, and they didn't just sit in their seats, man. They're going to be fucking announced. Now, I don't know who that guy is right there.
Well, the ring announcer is Johnny Eddie. I don't know who that is. If you mean the guy in the background.
Looks like
He looks like a tough fucker.
It's going to say Ingemar or somebody like that, maybe, you know?
Mm.
Oh, who's this dude?
Oh God, is that Dick Tiger?
Such a capable job there.
I don't know. See, I don't fucking know. Honestly, I'm a fucking.
There we go. We're gonna
can show basketball players any fuck. I don't know.
Emil Griffith.
I know they got 4 fucking ropes.
Okay. Now, see,
Emil Griffith would come in a little. He'd come in a little, light on.
Oh, he's there.
Grab your ass. It ended up with a couple fingers up your ass, I think.
He's there, Mad Chad. I guarantee he's there.
Say to him, Mad Chad. Watch him. Okay, now. Short post game. But
I think he was a homosexual. I think he liked the fucking.
Oh, I know. He killed the guy. Remember for.
Well, that's why. That's why fucking what's his name got killed in the ring, man.
Yeah,
Benny Parrott. Yeah, Benny Parrott for calling him a Malacone.
Yep. Yeah. Now that I had. Thanks, man. Oh, I remember now. I was going to say, do you guys think they should bring this back?
Absolutely. Every time they should. Absolutely not. What do you think?
In a suit, right? You know what I mean? And some of his contemporaries that we still have. And introduce them and give them.
No, the fighters don't have the money to get to the fights. They're all fucking broke.
It also gives everybody there that may not have known about these people that, they're important figures and I should probably go, you know what I mean? Like Google them or YouTube them or whatever.
Yeah, bro. We got Jerry Quarry and we got big fucking George Chavallo, the fucking Canadian crippler. There he is. That's let's see, who's that, man? That's fucking Sugar Ray Robinson. Isn't it? No, maybe not. No, that wasn't Robinson.
I thought that was Emil Griffith.
Is it Lou Brock? It looks like the second baseman for the Cardinals.
From Canada, the Canadian champion.
They ain't fucking Canada. Fuck Canada. Fucking nuke Canada.
Where's that? Look. Emil Griffith. Watch. Look,
Watch
right
him.
there.
He tries to do the humpty hump. Look at him feeling him up. He's been to Studio 54.
Tony Zale, the Man of Steel.
Oh, man. There's a name for the past.
Hagler would fucking pound him.
Yeah, we'll have to get we'll have to get this action going, man.
Yeah. At least he's got some green fucking trunks on. They're partially green. They look like a fucking mint or something, like mint colored.
Mint green. They're not that
like
shamrock
kind of,
have.
Kind of almost Larry Bird, Hickamore, fucking Sycamore, Indiana State, fucking sky blue, but kind of fucking lime green, whatever the fuck they are. Come on. No, that ain't Quarry. That's Chicago. I was thinking it was Quarry. You look like Quarry. I thought it was Quarry.
On the left is Quarry.
It's almost a good thing that Bobby's not here because we're showing Quarry get beat every time over here.
Right, yeah. What a fucking, let's show some. Yeah, you did that before on one of your streams. You deflated the whole stream. The guy deflated himself, and you go, "Oh yeah, let's watch this one. Your worst night that you ever had in your life." Fucking
That was
Debbie
Scotty.
fucking
That was
Brown.
Scotty the Bulldog Olsen.
Oh yeah, you fucking crushed him. Is he all right? I heard the guy committed suicide 3 hours after the stream shut down.
That was that was funny. But hey, good thing I didn't show the.
Funny.
Bad Chad, you destroyed me over here.
I'm just letting you know that was funny as fuck. Though that was awesome.
You're destroying me over here.
The kid had his.
I'm gonna have to
chest
dig that up now, man. Chad.
I didn't know.
Shut it down. Let's forget about it.
Scotty,
he's a Canadian dude, right? Is he Canadian? He's a Canadian too, right?
Yeah, he was having the time of his life over here. He was living all the good days.
Cloud 9, he was floating. He was floating like a butterfly. He got ate by a fucking salamander. Dead.
I learned I have to do my homework. I have to be better prepared for these things.
Oh, little etiquette, Bruce, would fucking. I mean, you're only fucking 92 years old. You haven't learned that when someone's having a good time, don't bring up a fucking disastrous defeat.
I didn't know. Nobody knew how disastrous it was till he told us.
You just hit the Toker too. You did the triple fucking hit 3 times in a row. You were fucking high as a kite. You didn't know where you were. You're like, oh, what about this one, Scotty? Started bubbling. You heard the bubbles in his
Bruce
fucking
didn't look
face.
at the box
He had a big grin. He had a big grin on his face, and it just went fucking. He turned white as a ghost.
He started telling us he had to lose all kind of weight.
He won't be back. Scotty won't be back.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
Maybe Quarry was pulling up some of your clips, and he saw that one. He saw that one. He was pulling up some of your clips after he talked to him. And he said, wow, really? I'm going to go there and watch my brother get fucking annihilated. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. Let's go to Bruce Gases and get fucking fucking laughed at.
Thanks for coming.
You're making me feel bad.
Let's watch you get pounded on, right?
No, I'm just saying, you gotta promote and bring up their highlights, bring up their victories.
I don't think he maliciously and knowingly
No, we watched him kick a bunch of ass. Well, he lost the fight to Michael Carbajal, and I thought because they were both headliners, we put it on there, and I didn't realize that was after he was going to retire, and they called him back, and he had to lose.
Oh no!
It was like this day in fucking history. Bruce Gas does this day in history. He does this great fucking thing. This day in history. He does this thing. This day in history. He's off by a whole fucking year, I think, or a month. I'm like,
no, a month. Well,
he was off by a month.
Hey,
this day in history, a month from now. This day in history, a month from now.
Hey, nobody even told me that. I didn't have to say anything either, man. I caught that myself. I was going through my fucking.
That's what I'm saying.
The next day.
God, you caught yourself.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because nobody caught me. I couldn't let it go. I'm Twitter alone, bro. I had over 20.
That's how much you can believe media. Like, you can believe media. Anybody can say anything, and you're gonna believe it. Yeah. I liked it. I said, like, you were wrong.
Believe anything.
I was wrong. I was wrong.
Look at this fucking fight. Okay, get back there, normal.
And it was a World Wide Web. That hit the World Wide Web, Bruce. You that shit.
I went there and I went there and I humbly apologized for it before anybody even knew that it was fucking
false info to the world, Bruce said. This day in history.
I said it, bro. I ate it, I put it out there. I wasn't gonna fucking blame it on anything. It's just not fucking.
I was sick. I lost sleep over it. I lost sleep over it. I almost unsubscribed.
Mad Chad, I'm so sorry, bro, but even great minds
had some racial overtones. It had racial overtones too, didn't it?
I had a brain fart, and you're gonna fucking you're gonna take an old man and crucify me for. I've probably done about 20 of these, and one of them I'm off. And it was also the same day was it was fucking Ali
Yeah,
and
what did you miss? What did you miss?
Ali and Larry Holmes was that same day.
Oh, that's a nice one. Larry Holmes' shining moment. I guarantee if you had Larry on, you'd definitely bring up that one. And Larry, what about that great fight against Ali? Definitely make him feel good. If Larry was on my show, I'd say, Larry, what was that? What was going through your mind when you were running across that fucking car to get that fucking dude that pissed you off? What was happening there? Remember, he ran right up. He was mean in business. The Eastern Assassin.
You know what Bruce would play? You know what Bruce would play? He played Mike Tyson.
Right. He'd pull the Tyson one. He'd say, Larry, how about this one when you fought Iron Mike? Not the Cooney. He wouldn't touch the Cooney fight about his nuts getting fucking ripped out of his fucking skull. He'd be like, oh, we're not going to talk about the Cooney fight. Let's just talk about the Tyson fight and the Ali fight.
We appreciate you, Bruce. You know we're just kidding.
Oh, I'm over it, bro. You can. This is the internet. Remember.
Yeah.
Sticks and stones break my bones.
Yeah.
But YouTube makes me laugh.
Yeah, that's what Bruce likes me for. We laugh
all the time. Oh, Bruno, 5 minutes. My old lady's in bed sleeping already. Can you believe it? She's already in bed. I gave her 100 milligrams of edible, and she went.
that would have been. And how many? Like, it would be funny if you said I gave her 100 milligrams of oxy.
Oh Christ! She's in pain. She needs something like that though. She's got sciatica, and back in the day when I was getting those oxys, I was getting 5 a day. She'd hit me up for half of one. Her back would be bothering her, and it got to the point where I said, "Man, I got to get off these things because my old lady's going to get hooked on them." It got to be maybe once a month, then once every fucking 2 weeks. Pretty soon it was once every fucking couple of days. I'm like, whoa, junkie, calm the fuck down, man. You're making me break the law when I give you.
My dad had to go to fucking, counseling for those drugs. He had back things and he got prescribed so many drugs, and he could talk to the doctors and they would just write out anything to the old man. I'm like, Dad, I think they're giving you a little too much there. Seem to be feeling pretty good. We're talking about a Red Sox game, and he's like, "Yeah, Steve Grogan's looking good." I'm like, Dad, no, that's Roger. That's Roger Clemens. Wrong sport, Dad.
Nobody was checking anything back then. The doctors could do no wrong.
Oh, it was Elvis Presley,
and it was everywhere. I knew doctors who did nothing but write painkillers. That was it. People would come in, give them $50. Next.
Damn.
You'd go in the parking lot, and you could put 60 minutes in there because it was a pill mill. And this wasn't out of the ordinary.
It's still celebrating this Aaron Judge fucking home run.
George must be. Man. He's still on the air over here. You think I should give him a call, see if he's all right?
No, he's celebrating.
I like calling people up online. But yeah, George must be celebrating the game.
Yeah,
I heard him say he did it. But see, Jerry Cooney was pretty much Chevalo. Cooney was kind of picking Chevalo apart in this fight for the most part.
Oh, yeah. Chevalo didn't have much of a chin.
Oh, no. He had a chin like Anthony Joshua. No, Anthony doesn't have that much of a chin. Like Bruce Sullivan.
Amir Khan.
There we go. Amir Khan, yes. George Chevalo, no chin whatsoever.
Like Al Rayo. He used to do that Al Rayo shuffle. That.
But man, Chad, we say that as a joke, but I don't think a lot of people in here will know that you're joking, especially not the newer fans. See,
we have newer fans every day, but I'm an OG, Bruce. I hate to classify, I saw everybody on the panel were definitely OGs, and with But definitely,
I guess.
it's kind of cliche. But y'all like the fucking, you and Peter Von Ox. Shout out to Peter Von Ox. He's 92 and he's fucking doing good. He's like Bob Arum.
Bro, I didn't. He told me he was older than me, and I'm like, whoa, baby, what's happening, man? Shout out to the '60s.
Yeah, shout out to Peter Von Ox. He's a fucking trip, bro. I'm into Peter. I'm team Peter Von Ox, man. Shout out. I don't know if he's here or not.
I'll tell you. You know who's gonna fucking mind this character Joe who comes on all the time, man. He always says stuff, and it's like, look at this, man. The only living member of the golden era is George Chuvalo.
Mm.
I mean, dude.
It could be.
Shout out-
It could be Mark. It could be Mark.
No, I don't think so. He comes in my chat all the time, and you think he could be Mark?
You might be onto something there, man.
All right.
Because if he's really posting smart stuff, because that fucking Mark's smart, man. You know what I mean? He's just a junkie.
All right, Joe. I'm gonna drop a link if you want to come up and talk to us, bro. You'd be a guest of honor. I know you're a very, very wise man as far as boxing goes, and so is Mark for that matter. So that link is for Joe. It's for anybody out there, actually, because we don't give a fuck. We're just hanging around here. Tuesday night fights was not Tuesday night fights. It was Tuesday night. Reassess your fucking priority situation and understand you ain't nearly as important as you might have thought you were. So this was a cold dose of reality. I thank you for it. I needed it. It was like a good slap in the face with a fucking bag of ice cubes. And God bless you all. God bless Bobby Quarry. I'm going to call him later on. We'll straighten this out. We'll do it again. And if he says he wants to do it again, man, keep your notifications on for Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. We'll just go live. We'll just turn the phone call into a live conversation. And he's in California, so if I call him at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, Mad Chad will be off work. Mr. Doc is never at work. He's always available. You never know. You see him at 3 o'clock in the morning. You see him at 7 o'clock in the morning. You see him at fucking 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So Mr. Doc is a fucking constant. And what round are we in here, man?
I believe we're coming into round 5. Whoa, just a little low. Just a little low.
That's that same referee we saw the other day who was reffing, man.
We're going into round 4. Okay, I was off. My bad.
The beginning of round 4 coming up here. And this was what year was this now? This is December 69. So this is just after the Frazier fight.
Yeah.
Man, this Jerry Quarry, he didn't fool around. Gets fucking beat by fucking Joe Frazier, and that was in July, wasn't it? And here he is.
Believe so.
In December. And you know something? I'll bet you if you go look in Box Rec that he had a fight or two between these two fights. I don't think Quarry would be inactive for 6 months. What do you think?
I am going to have a look now because I think you made a good point. Let's see what the timeline looks like here.
There we go. Yeah,
Quarry.
I could put it on one screen, but
let's see. The Bellflower Bomber.
The Bellflower Bomber, Irish Jerry Quarry.
All right. Let's see here. Let's see. He fought Joe in June 23rd. Let's see. So he got back in the ring. 1-round knockout over upside down record guy Johnny Carroll on August 11th. Less than a month later, he knocked out Brian London.
Brian London's a named heavyweight too.
And then this fight happened 3 months, 9 days after the Brian London fight. So yeah, you called it exactly. He had 2 fights between Frazier and Chuvalo.
Yeah, because when I saw 6 months, I said, nah, Jerry Quarry's not gonna take 6 months off.
Yeah, the longest, and just like his, the surrounding 10 or so fights, longest time I see, at least leading up to it, is this is in fact, Brian London to Shafalo is one of his longer layoffs, 3 months and some change. Yeah, it's really, really different. Really different.
Hey, I gotta go. I gotta get up and I gotta put my dog out for a second. I'll be right back.
No problem. You still there, man, Chad?
Hang on, hang on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's up? Bruce has got to go put his dog out, I guess.
Yeah, the son of a bitch is bumming the hell out of me. I can't just leave him here. I'll be going. He did it.
Yeah, I'm gonna brush the teeth. I'm gonna brush the teeth, say some prayers, and probably just have a good night stream. You know what I mean? Play some music as I go to bed. And but thanks everybody. You know, thanks everybody. And Mr. Doc, man, it's always great when you swing by, and George Jakovich, Aaron Judge. You know what I mean? Bruce Gass, Quarry. You know, the Quarry brothers. Quarry brothers. You know, just what a night, Mr. Doc. And like I say, what a legend, hanging out with legends. I'm just blessed. And thank you guys, and everybody have a great night.
You too, man, Chad. Thank you, man. Take care.
What's that, Bruce?
I said, thanks for coming on, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you. God bless.
Man, God bless you, man. I'll talk to you real soon, brother. I'll be right back, Doc.
No problem. No problem.
Do I sound far away right now?
Well, yeah, but I can hear you.
Yeah, 'cause I'm in the kitchen.
I gotcha. Yeah, Corey is just a little too quick on the counter for Chevalo here. He's able to counter and then pivot out.
All right, I'm back again. Let me get my
All right.
get my spot over here. Need my glass of water and my clean Toker too, and get ready for this exciting fight here, Doc. Thanks for holding the ship down here, my brother. You got your cookies already. Get the fuck out of here. Time to pull out another bud. Enjoy this fantastic heavyweight contest. Back when they weren't afraid to put two guys in the ring like this. This is as big as something like let's see. I'd say this was bigger, easily bigger than Joe Joyce and Joseph Parker. Wouldn't you say, Doc?
Oh yeah, because look, it's MSG. It's headlining MSG.
That's it.
I mean, it's at the Mecca. What more do you? I mean, what more could you ask for?
That is true. Headlining MSG. No, I'm Derek. I'm not hungry. I had ground beef and rice with beans in it. Tell you, my wife made one of my favorite dishes. 90% lean with with brown rice, and she throws some kidney beans in there, spices it up like it's right out of freaking Tijuana. I shouldn't be eating shit like that, but I did, and no heartburn, so it worked out all right. And I'm trying to cut off on late night eating. That's a chore for me, Doc.
Yeah, me too.
I get the munchies, man. And I'll do some damage before I even know it. No, that's cool, bro. Oh, you could hear that dog chewing on those freaking dog biscuits, man.
Oh yeah. You can hear him jumping away.
Wow, this microphone is sensitive, man. Wow, that's funny.
Yeah, well, I was while you were away, I was noticing that for the most part, Quarry's too quick for him. His feet are too quick. He counters Chevalo, and then he's able to pivot out a lot of times before Chevalo can even get a shot off.
Oh yeah, Quarry was definitely ahead in this fight, man. No doubt about it. He was winning this fight easily. And was that Zach Clayton? Is that the referee?
I think that might be.
Yep, I think that's Zach. I'm sure that's Zach Clayton. If I remember.
Rumble in the Jungle fame.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, this was a count that's been disputed forever. You know, he got up at 10. He was ready to go, and fucking the referee said he hit 10.
Yeah, you thought he was upset after the Frazier fight.
The whole corner.
Mm.
Yeah, Madison Square Garden, the biggest stage of them all back in the day.
Yeah. This was like back then. This headlining MSG was pretty much that was it in boxing, no matter where you were from.
And I know for a fact this was on a Friday night because I remember the night getting home from work, greasy. And man, I saw this fight. I saw the end of it. I came in probably around this time, and I'm saying, man, this is real. I was a wrestling fan, and I went to a live wrestling event, and I was like, man, wrestling's not real, man. But I'm watching these boxes, and I'm like, wow, this is real. These guys are really hitting each other. We had boxing gloves in the house, and we put them on, and then we put them down for fucking 2 months because you get your fucking tooth knocked out, or you fucking got KO'd for real.
Oh man!
But yeah, this was kind of like the fight that made me start looking at boxing, looking for the TV guide when it came in, on Tuesday to see who was fighting on Saturday.
Okay, I see. Right on.
And I love the ending of this fight, man. I hope we get it all over here. Zach Clayton, he's the same referee from the fucking Rumble in the Jungle.
And I like something Bad Chad pointed out. To me, there's just something great about this old footage with like the cigarette smoke. It's got the atmosphere. I know it sounds weird, maybe, but it's all part of the package. If you get what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not fucking. It's not sanitized.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. Yeah. Today, sometimes it's like it's all the even like just sometimes like it's almost irritating. It's like this is too clean. Like you know what I mean? For lack of a better, I can't think of a better way to put it. But
sterile.
Sterile. That's the better way. That's a better way to put it. Sanitized. I think you might have said earlier.
Now, who was in the corner? Now, is that was Gil Clancy in the corner with Jerry Cooney?
With Quarry?
Yeah, man. Why do I keep saying that? Man. But bro, I do it all the time, and I've got to correct what I got to start slowing down and thinking before I open my mouth. I must have said that 5 or 6 times today. I mean, not that there are similarities, but come on.
Honestly, unless Cooney clipped him, I would pick Quarry all day, man. He's so many levels above Cooney, in my opinion. Just the skill level, the skill gap. Probably be a lot like the Ron Lyle fight. He probably, you know what I mean, where he just outpoint. I mean, especially him being one-handed. I mean, at least Ron Lyle could punch with both hands.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I'm just shooting the shit.
No, that run lap, that was a great fight. Scotty, how you doing, my brother? Thank you for coming by, my man. We're just watching some old fights here. I was going to have Bobby Quarry come up with me, and unfortunately, he didn't make it. But we're gonna postpone that to another date. So we're just kind of killing some time watching some old fights. In fact, we already killed fucking 2.5 hours, man. That's killing a little bit of time, huh, Doc?
Time flies, man. Time flies.
It
Jamal
does,
himself actually been around here. I don't know if Quarry might be, you know what I mean, pacing himself. Oh, here we go. And as soon as I say that, Quarry comes in with the 3-punch combo. Yeah, you know, I'm noticing in these two fights, it's like, you know how it is when you watch something, it's like every time you notice a little detail that you didn't quite maybe pick up on before. I mean, if you had asked me, was Jerry Quarry a body puncher, I would say yes. I didn't realize what a serious body puncher he was till, you know, watching close today. Like against Frazier, man, the body punches he was hitting with were wicked. And he doing it here to Chevalo, who's himself was if Chevalo could do anything, right, besides take a punch, he could throw body shots.
Discourage you and go to the body.
Yeah, that was his whole game, as a matter of fact. Exactly. Discourage you and then go to the body.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what he's starting to. Quarry looks like he might be slowing down this round. Chevalo's definitely had his moments here.
Yeah, Chevalo just steady chugger. And he fought everybody, man. You look at his record, man. It's a virtual who's who of heavyweight boxing. Oh, there it goes, man. There it goes. He's right up on his feet. Goes and takes a knee. Zach Clayton's in the middle of the count. He's right in his face counting. 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, he waved it up as he's coming up.
Yep, and Chevalo's going back. Underdog is going back to his corner. He just won himself a title fight. And Zach Clayton's, it's over. And Jerry Quarry's father is in his face. And
oh, look, Jerry's going crazy. Al Braverman's now. Oh, that's a Chevalo's manager. He was a character.
Oh yeah. Braverman was a big name back in the day. Muhammad Ali's promoter. And George cannot believe he won a fight. And man, you know, this is another payday.
Oh, it was big time. He headlined MSG and won.
I think he got George Foreman after this fight.
You know what? Let's see here.
And he gave George Foreman a hell of a fight in that first fight.
Stopped on his feet against Foreman, if memory serves. Chevalo, let's see here. Well, the Quarry fight is December 12th. He took for these guys, he took a long break. He took almost 5 months off. Fought an even record guy, knocked him out. Knocked out a debut guy. Knocked out a debut guy 9 days later. So I'm not bullshitting. Yeah. So let's see. May 1st, right? 1970 fights Willie Tiger, 17 and 16, KOs him in 4 in Detroit, and then May 10th he fights some guy named Gino Ricci on his debut in Canada. KOs him in 1. Let's see. Then it would be June 30th, Charlie Reno, and then Foreman came August 4th. So he had a few fights in between against nondescript guys. So
all within like a 6-month span, though.
right, yep, yeah. Well, dude, what he had 9 days between two of them.
And like Joe said, he's the last of that golden era still alive.
Right.
Last count. Here you go, man.
Yep, and he, I don't know how he is now, but like last time I saw him, saw him talking or in an interview, he was sharp as anything. You know what I mean? Verbally and everything was there. Mentally, it seemed like.
Oh,
a guy whose face and his face was, I mean, what a freak of nature, and I mean that in the best way. You know what I mean? This was literally like we joke about, his face. Chevalier defense was his face.
And that's a man who knew personal tragedy too, man. He fucking his kids were heroin addicts, breaking into drugstores. I believe two of them died, overdosed, suicide. His wife committed suicide. I mean, this guy has had the fucking, the career of the career from hell, personal wise. In his professional life, he never won the big one, and he was always the tough contender. 100 fights, he never was knocked off his ass. Never mind stopped. I mean, stopped on cuts, yes, but never took that 10 count.
Mm-hmm. Always on his feet.
Always on his feet. Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. Yeah, 100 fights. Like I said, I mean, what a ridiculously tough individual.
Ridiculously tough individual.
If you want, I mean, the Foreman punches, those punches that Foreman's hitting him with, it's scary. It's like frightening. Foreman's just winging for the fences.
Yeah, I think they went back and they're playing on the end of this fight, the last round over here. We can
because of the controversial.
Be prepared to see that left hook that George Chuvalo lands.
Yeah.
Get a good shot of it, man.
I'm wondering if the body shots. Let's see if it set it up. Let's see if Jerry's covering the bottom.
Well, his bell was rung because he took his knee immediately after he got right back up again. Madison Square Garden, Friday night, 1969. And George is ripping to the body, ripping to the fucking liver, man. And it could have been what lowered
Yeah. Because remember, I was just saying, I think the round before this, the Quarry to me looked like he'd noticeably slowed down.
Mm-hmm. Salute Blood. Gold Professor, man. Thanks for coming in, my brother. Oh. Yeah, see, George had a great round. George had a great round in the round that he knocked him out in. Probably, obviously, his best round on points, but I mean, he was just ripping those body shots downstairs.
Mm-hmm. And the round before, I thought he'd had, even if he didn't win it, he'd had a better round, noticeably better round than he'd had. Whoa, there it is.
Right back up, takes the knee, and Zach Clayton's right in his face.
And man, hindsight, like they say, 2020 should have just stayed up, huh? And the count,
like you said, Doc, 2020, and man, I couldn't even imagine to take the punch. Oh, see, it was on the temple.
Oh, clipped him on the top of the head almost, yeah.
Equilibrium.
Yeah, you can see the delayed reaction, huh, Bruce?
Mm-hmm.
And his leg, I see why he took the knee, because you see how his leg, I didn't notice that, but here's another nuance I just only now picked up on. His leg kind of did the stanky leg thing when he first got up. So that's why he took the knee. I see it now.
Yep. Incredible stuff, man. That's why, bro. I love pulling up these old fights and watching them again. You always see something new. I thought it was a left hook to the jaw, although I did see that to the temple, but I basically forgot about it. But yeah, Doc, man, 2.5 hours. Thank you for coming by, my brother.
Appreciate it as always, Bruce.
Oh man, I appreciate it, brother. As soon as I get in touch with Mr. Bob Quarry, bro, I'll get back to you. We'll redo this show and we'll kick some ass. All right, my man.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace to you, my brother. Hey guys, it is what it is, bro. We tried to get Bobby Quarry on here, man. I know he's gonna come on here, so bear with me. Don't be hating. We're gonna come back and do it up right over here, man. We watched some great fights. I got a great buzz on. And remember, man, tomorrow is Curtis Anderson's birthday. So we're gonna have a special shout out to my brother Curtis Anderson, man. Big day tomorrow. We're gonna if I don't see anything going on, we're gonna jump on and do a little live to celebrate the birth of Curtis Anderson, man. So shout out to my brother Kurt, and shout out to everybody that came in here, man. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. I'm out of here. Peace.